my prisoner.
What the hell? Why is it doing that? Oh, hold on.
Why is it doing what?
You can see it, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. There was like a bar at the bottom of the capture. It was whatever. Anyway, hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today we're back with some more gosh diggity darn Ace Attorney investigations.
I love this game.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so sweet. Anyway.
Ace Attorney investigations.
My beloved. Anyway, hi, hello, happy Friday. We're back with some more Ace Attorney investigations. Episode number 4. We made it finally. Last time, anyway, we made it last time. Speaking of which, last time, I'll give you guys the quick recap. Also, hello, Kiefer, hello, Skelly, hello, Hunter, hello, all the lurkers, hi. I'll get you guys caught up because we just started the episode, so there isn't that much to catch you guys up on. It's just a matter of me remembering. Episode 4 starts off with K. Faraday, our...
Poor word choice there.
What?
You remembering? Not
yeah,
in front of my girl.
we'll get there. K. Faraday, was up on the big building. Yes, that's what it's called. Big building with 2 G's. Extra girth. Anyway. She was up on the big building and got pushed off by a guy in a red sweater hoodie thing. If you know, you know. Anyway, she somehow survived falling off like a 50-story building, but is now an amnesiac. You know, I mean, that's like the expected result if you live. She shows up at our office the next day, and she's like, hi, who am I? She's now acting like she is a completely different person because she does not know who her person is. Anyway, we took her back to the big building, up to the place where she got, you know, and we're trying to jog her memory. We try our best. We kind of get something out of her about some red sweater guy coming from beyond the heavens. Anyway, don't worry about that part. We then get a report from a police guy coming into the building. Like, hey, get out of here. There's a murder. And we're like, what? Who died?
K.
Faraday. And I'm like, what? We got the K. Faraday right here. Anyway, we go down and it ends up, the murder place location ends up being the place for prosecutorial, the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, which context for that, the chamber, my bad, is basically the place where like they like judge prosecutors. And Verity Gavel, you know, the pretty lady with the big gavel that goes, you know, that's where she was gonna do the whole hearing about Edgeworth losing his job and stuff. Anyway, murder was there, and the coroner, the lady that like does the autopsy and like figures out like how she died and like how long ago it's been. She was like, get the hell out of here! I heard you were losing your job. Skedaddle, buddy. And then
I just remembered Franziska.
Yeah, I would say Franziska comes in and she's like, they're with me. And that's basically where we left off.
Man, way to give a new meaning to whiplash.
They're with me. Sorry.
I mean you, not her.
I know. Anyway, that's about the recap that you need. I'm done stalling unless Pookie wants to say something. Like,
expect tears.
Yeah.
Oh, tears.
There was a lot of crying last stream. Not for me, of course, but you know.
Wow. Throw me under the bus, will you? No, that's fine. Whatever.
Kidding. Anyway,
I'll leave you to do all the women voices, and we'll see who likes it. We'll see who likes having a sore throat by the end of the stream.
I did it for 2 games, okay? It's not like I can't do it. It's just hard.
And you struggled for 2 games.
I did okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're mean. You're a meanie head.
I am.
Anyway, let's continue back where we were at. We honestly didn't make it that far. So again, I gave you guys about as good of a recap as I could. You should be all caught up now. Enjoy the stream. Smile emoji. Let's do this thing.
Don't.
Okay, yeah, that works too. This is episode 4, A Turnabout, Forsaken. The beginning. Givey. I gotta take a headphone out. I gotta be able to hear myself.
I don't like hearing myself, so I put both headphones in and I lock in and I cry because I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna sob. I gotta remember the voices I did for everyone.
You'll remember. Should I eat Pop-Tarts while I watch a stream or ramen? What do you think?
Ooh, I know. If you're not feeling like eating broth or drinking anything, then the Pop-Tarts. Or you can just have the Pop-Tarts after as a dessert. Or you can mash both of them into a Pop-Tart ramen sandwich.
Don't do that last one. Don't do that last one.
Don't knock it.
You do not want Pop-Tart noodle sandwich. Anyway, begin investigation. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. God, that's a freaking mouthful and a half. I'm Edgeworth. I'm Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Sorry. I gotta mess around at the start. It's too tempting. Anyway,
I love watching you mess around. Oh, it's so fun.
We did investigate most of this last stream, but Franziska's here now. Hi, we're gonna talk to you in a second. Let's have the gumshoe first.
Woo.
Yes, sir. Didn't take long for Miss Von Karma to start waving her web around, huh? I tried keeping my distance, but she's too quick. I can't get out of the way in time.
I wouldn't bother, Detective. Sometimes the more you try to move away, the more the whip seems to find its mark.
Yeah, it's enough to make you want to give up altogether, and I should know. I respect my Miss Von Karma at least as much as you, sir.
Good for you.
Show the badge, Franziska. Sure, I'll do it.
Maybe it's just because they're calling her Kay, but the victim is even starting to look like her to me.
You're insane.
You're imagining similarities because of the name, Detective. They're allowed to mold your perceptions.
Mold them? Yeah, I wouldn't want that. Nobody wants their perceptions getting all fusty. 1 minute it's moldy perceptions, next it's dusty thinking, damp assumptions, you name it.
You're imagining similarities because of the word, Detective. They're allowed to mold your perceptions.
Yes, sir. All right, then. We got permission to investigate the scene. So let's see what we can figure out once we've molded things together.
Molded things over. I don't know why the hell I put together in there.
I think you mean mold. You're imagining similarities because of the word, Detective. You're allowed to mold your perceptions.
Why do we keep doing this? Saying it over and over is not gonna fix them.
This is like ladder and step ladder all over again.
Now, where is the ladder and step ladder in this room?
You found all of them, right?
No, oh yeah, no, we did.
We got the achievement.
Yeah, we got the achievement. Can we just leave? Bye. Anyway.
Edgeworth, say.
Oh, this guy's got something new to say.
How's the investigation going, officer?
Great, sir. Tell you the truth, I've forgotten all about work and decided to focus on daydreaming. Say if you think in pictures instead of words, it's really good for the right side of your brain, so...
That will be quite enough.
What the hell, man?
What did he do wrong, Edgeworth, besides not doing his job? You're so mean. Oh, God.
You made it like super squeaky.
I know. I just wasn't ready for her. You know, all the other voices were like significantly easier than hers. You pesky kids want something?
We'll start with the badge.
That's a prosecutor's badge, right? I've seen a few of the... Ow! Quit flashing that badge in front of me. You're no good to soon to be
Prosecutor.
If you like the dang thing so much, maybe you should have tried harder to keep it.
It's not the badge I care about. I have more important things to protect.
I don't even need to ask her. I want to know what she said to that. Getting wrapped up in some...
I don't like how she talks.
Getting wrapped up in some long things, the only way for it Yeah, sometimes.
Thank you for such therapeutic advice. I'll bear it in mind.
Dr. Hertz.
Nurse Needler, could you tell me a little more about your relationship with Dr. Hertz?
Sure, let's see. Well, I've lived with her since I was little. If I got lost while I was playing, she'd come looking for me when the sun went down. If I fell over and grazed my knee, she'd watch over me till I found the strength to pick myself up.
It's quite the heartwarming tale. Very classic grandmother-grandchild relationship.
Once I became a nurse, if I stuck a needle in the wrong place, she'd say, "Not there, you bonehead! There!" And then she'd pull it out and ow!
Yeah, I felt that, pal. Can we stop talking about needles now?
Anyway, so yeah, I can do it.
I kind of want to give her the voice I gave Lauren. Anyway, so yeah, I can do any kind of nursing thing that I need for grandma now.
It's up to you. I mean, I like the voice. I think the voice you gave her fits it very well.
Thank you. That was a very thorough answer indeed. Even if the story didn't end on a heartwarming note, it's nice that they share such a close bond, I suppose.
You must be the best coroner in town, Dr. Hertz. I'll bet you can spot a cause of death in seconds and get it right every time, huh?
What do you know about coroning, you big alert? You don't know the first thing.
Ouch!
You'll have to forgive the detective, Dr. Hertz. I'll make sure he learns not to say such presumptuous things.
As if I care. You should shut your pie hole and listen, Mr. Smarty Pants. Spotting the cause of death correctly in seconds is my bread and butter. Which is why the only thing that gets my goat worse than anything is folks getting in my danged way. I think that's all she wanted to say. Satisfied?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Please leave my translation a 5-star Yelp review. I try really hard.
All we want to do is examine the body for clues. We'll do our best to stay out of your way. I imagine it's because of how seriously she takes her work that she reacts so colorfully to us.
I don't know why colorfully is a really hard word to say. Colorfully.
Colorfully. See, I've mastered the word color by this point, because when I was young, I couldn't say it.
I haven't
Hertz
done.
Hospital is the finest medical institution in the land. It would have to be with Grandma in charge. How about it? You look like you could use some R&R. You sure do. And you're in luck. We've got an empty suit or two with fancy hot tubs all right now.
Thank you, but as you can see, we're in perfectly fine health. We will be needing a room at the hospital.
Yep, fit as fiddles and strong as oxes. That's our motto, right, sir?
You guys have literally never said that before.
It may be yours, detective, but I'd like to think that I have a little more going for me than that.
Doesn't matter. Hertz Hospital welcomes a hale and hearty too. Our healthy, so what? Stay anyway campaign is in the full swing and...
Sorry, for context, Pookie has like 3 birds in their room. There's a lot of birds.
They're in their cage and somehow they make so much mess. Anyways.
Cats be doing that.
And it's going great. Cats? Yeah, Suki's also in here. You're
Oh,
lucky.
Suki's in there too? Okay.
Yeah, but she's sleeping.
Aw, come here. Anyway, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Oh, I finished.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, going, what the?
Not sick or injured, that's nice. Your room is half the price.
Nothing on earth could convince me to spend a night in the hospital for pleasure.
This is a one-time offer, you know. So how about it? Come stay at the happiest hospital in town.
The hot tub does sound pretty good. And half price. This would be too good to miss.
Seriously, detective.
Good stuff. All right, Kay's
I
done.
need to give Gumshoe a big old kiss on the lips.
All right, I'm assuming we need to inspect the body, so we'll do that part last. We'll talk to Franziska first. Let me just make sure we haven't missed anything. I don't want to miss anything. Boom, boom. All right, let's go.
Yes? What is it?
I'd like you to take a look at this, Franziska.
Hold on. Fine. What am I looking at?
My prosecutor's badge.
And?
I just wanted to show it to you. That's all. Ugh!
Good. So you do still feel pain.
And what's that supposed to mean?
I just wanted to make sure you hadn't foolishly gone and lost all your brain functions yet. A murder in the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. This is serious. I did you the favor of allowing you to investigate further. I'll be expecting results.
And you'll get them. Would I still be here if I didn't think I could deliver?
My God, I don't know why my brain stopped.
Deliver? What, is it a boy or a girl? Come to think of it. Why were you here in the first place?
So she doesn't know I was summoned before the committee.
That's a long story. Longer than the nighttime and deeper than the sea. How about we save Mr. Edgeworth the trouble and I'll tell you to you myself?
On second thought, I don't care why you're here. What's important is that we solve the case in front of us. Agreed?
Wholeheartedly.
Wait, but you were the one who asked in the first place, sir!
What's that saying again? Whip first, think later.
But can't you make it the other way just for me?
What are you doing here, Franziska? I thought you were working abroad on something with Interpol.
Wouldn't you like to know? But that's top secret, and I haven't. Whew! Tough morning, huh? But that's top secret, and I have neither nor the need nor obligation to tell you.
I thought you'd say as much.
Anyway, never mind that. Where's the prosecutor in charge of this case?
Please don't ask.
Please. Surely he's not a stupid fool. Not that I know who's been assigned, but I was hoping they'd take the legwork for me.
You want to try that again? Take off the legwork from me.
Yes, my legs, they're coming off. I'm tired. Yet they haven't even bothered to show up. What in the world could they be doing?
I'm so unbelievably.
No! I'm not the prosecutor's keeper, sir!
It's hardly fair to whip people who don't deserve it, Franziska.
What use is a whip if you don't use it? And who better to use it on it than anybody who isn't giving it 110%?
I may not know who's been assigned yet either, but I feel 110%.
Oh God, my brain.
But I 110% feel for them already.
It looks like 3 eyes in a row. My brain.
I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be acquainted with Dr. Hertz.
How very astute of you, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, I know her. Once upon a time, we... never mind.
She doesn't seem keen to talk about it. Perhaps I better leave it for now.
What happened, sir? What happened once upon a time? You can't not tell us now! Yeah!
Only a foolish fool foolishly pries into another person's business.
Damn, she had the 3-hit combo.
Now hold your tongue, Scruffy, or you'll get more than a mere tongue lashing. Whatever that was.
It's a bit late for that.
Spare the whip, spoil the child. A whip in the time saves 9. Did you go to school, you whipless wonder?
What the hell in whipology are they teaching you, man?
Yeah!
Yes, it seems that leaving it alone was the right choice after all.
I'm happy Gumshoe could be the test, the test there.
He's the little test dummy. Poor thing.
Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her.
You were doubting a few bits ago, huh?
This looks, you know what this looks like? This looks like a Mia Fey kind of situation.
It does look like Mia Fey.
Callisto, you.
I think we knew that already, Detective. Our Kay is standing right over there, after all. Victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
Thanks, Captain
This
Obvious.
is very unfortunate because she's very pretty.
Maybe we'll get a flashback and we can see her alive.
Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building.
Perhaps, but for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
All right, what do you want to do first?
Well, I wish my birds would be quiet.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
fine.
that's the first thing I wish. Second of all, I'm indifferent.
All right, let's start with not the candelabra, the friggin' thing, candle holder.
You think this could be the murder weapon?
A three-armed candelabrum.
That's really what it's called?
Three-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest.
Oh wow! Why is that thing sharp enough to leave 3 little bullet holes?
Because maybe it was a trident.
And not the thing on the floor next to her.
There's a thing on the floor next to her. Oh,
That's the candelabra.
yeah, that's like a trident.
Sure. You can also get a 3-pronged
trident.
fork.
Well, no, you can't eat with that.
What do you mean? I can have a giant steak. I can eat this human.
I can eat this human. Mm.
Anyway.
The coroner is like, that's my body.
Anyway.
Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes.
The candle album?
Not quite, detective. A candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words.
Ah, I gotcha. That reminds me. Forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back. I had to live by candlelight for a whole month.
Who does that in this day and age?
You're the one who decides the salary, little bro. Candelabrum, a 3-armed candle holder that may have been the murder weapon, judging by the wounds to the victim's chest. Jotted down in my organizer. All right. We'll expect the little bullet hole wounds in a little bit. Let's start with this.
This book!
What the? That's Kay's promised notebook.
I see.
Oh, little Kay.
It's where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Haven't seen this in a while.
Indeed. A book of vows made by a child to her father. What exactly is it doing here?
Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station.
What? Evidence went missing from police custody.
Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice.
What could this mean? Why did it turn up here of all places?
I miss Burn Friday.
You there. What do we know about this notebook, officer?
The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It's the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time.
That's how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring. Doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though.
Well, we had a few more leads on the victim's shoe identity.
I think I want to make sure we don't like get skipped ahead and we don't get to examine everything. I'm trying to pick my choices wisely here. I said we leave the key card for last. Can we do the flower?
There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric.
Whatever it was, looks like it was thrown off pretty roughly.
Okay, this is a deduce. We're fine.
The victim's hair is caked with blood.
Looks like she was hit with something. It looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further.
Gloves?
A pure white jacket with a deep red stain on its label. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side.
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons will be on the left.
What? I did not know this.
Interesting.
Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, detective.
Well,
Nothing else seems amiss.
common knowledge to who?
Common knowledge,
To people who wear suits, maybe.
Yeah.
Look at how Gumshoe dresses on his day to day. And then come back.
Yeah,
to me.
I don't think bro knows how to do a tie. Or what a tie is. I don't know.
I think
Wait.
he has those ties that like are already tied. You know, you just gotta like
The clip-on tie?
that too. That could work.
Wait, what's this in the pocket?
A pair of gloves, also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim.
Okay, that's the blue stain. Let's look at the key card and then the blood stain.
Seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point.
You think it has something to do with how she died?
No, the scar's too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes, sir, right away. What is that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card. Probably from a store. Chow!
It's a key card.
Ugh, why, sir? Why?
Because it literally said key card in bold letters, and your dumbass was like,
It's a loyalty card.
like an idiot.
He was like planning to steal it. And be like, hey, this is how you do your first heist. I'm going to teach you everything you know.
The question we should be asking is, what does it open?
Key card. Key card carried by the victim. What was it used for?
It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket.
Nothing except this hole right here.
By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp.
Can't keep your coins in there now. They'd all fall right out.
Have you never heard of a change purse, Detective?
Sure have, sir. It's another word for pocket, right?
I give up.
I quit.
I quit. It's related to
Love
the
that
evidence
flower.
somehow.
What's up?
Love the flower.
You mean the knack thereof? You mean the lack thereof?
No, there's a flower on her, no?
No, it's been ripped off.
Oh.
You see how it's like a smudge?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was just another flower.
No.
Judging by its appearance, I say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric.
Indeed. Let's make a closer comparison.
The torn edges match up exactly. You've got one heck of an eye, sir.
Magenta flower. A magenta flower made of fabric that is usually worn on the chest as a decoration, torn from the victim's clothes. Updated my organizer.
The flower belonged to the victim.
That implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect.
What? But there's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body.
Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion.
My God. Oh.
For the moment, we're simply considering the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth?
For better or worse, yes.
Again, it just takes Kay being like sad and Franziska's like, I'm just kidding. It's just a I'm just, doing my job.
Technically, you could be the killer, but like, it's just a possibility.
It's like, oh, you're so cute. I can't be mad at you.
All right, I think that's literally everything I want to say. All right, let me just check if Gumshoe has anything else to say, and then we'll, of course.
Events.
The victim had Kay's old notebook, huh?
She did, which is why they thought her name was Kay too.
Talking about jumping to conclusions, I'd arrest somebody for that.
If you're keen to arrest somebody, Detective, how about you look for and arrest the murderer?
Ow! I was totally gonna help with that too, sir.
Yes, I suppose all you can offer at this point is help. In any case, there may still be clues we've missed. So take a look at the body carefully.
My God.
I wonder how Kay lost her memory.
Yes, I'm afraid we still don't know enough at the moment to figure that out. The victim did have Kay's promise notebook in her possession. We suggest that Kay might have had some kind of connection to this case.
So if Kay gets her memory back, it might lead to some huge breakthrough in the investigation?
I'm not so sure the outlook is quite that rosy.
No, I just thought a way could cure Kay's amnesia. Want to hear?
I can already tell it's going to be terrible, so no. In fact, do me a favor and lock it away deep inside.
But sir, just listen, okay? First you get a great big mallet, and then I'll take it, aim for one big whack, and...
Turn the key now, detective. Turn it and throw it away.
All right, it's time to puzzle. You ready?
Yeah. What if that's Mama K? Nah.
Mama K? That? I don't know about that.
Clap. What if that's Sister K? What if that's Evil K? Evil K.
What if that's
Faraday.
twin? What if that's twin clone K?
What if that's Mutant K? K as an adult.
What if it's K as an airplane?
Whoa.
Whoa. Anyway,
Whoa.
I would imagine
Why an
this,
airplane?
I don't know. It's the first object I could think of.
I would imagine that the victim's key card probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you?
Let me go find out, sir. I'm back. I found some details on that key card in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said.
The victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely.
Assuming that the key card actually belonged to her, yes.
Indeed.
Key card. A key card that grants entry to the committee chamber. Found in the victim's hand. Jotted down in my organizer. Investigation complete.
I really like the way you voice Gumshoes. I'm back!
I'm back.
It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim.
Am I really K? Can you really be sure?
Of course we're sure. What are you talking about?
Thank you. And the person lying there? Is someone you may have murdered. But that's all we can say for now, so don't worry about it.
You know, you might have killed her.
No, there's no way she did it. Isn't that right, sir?
Indeed. I don't believe that the K we know could have done something like this.
You're becoming a real softy, Miles Edgeworth.
Well, look who it is again.
Oh, I know that voice.
Please, 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 please! Yes!
Of course it's
Oh,
Eustace.
no, good bell.
With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business, it is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner.
I want him and... Oh, there she is. I want him and Franziska to be best friends. Please forgive the intrusion.
Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted.
You knew the victim.
So it really is her. Be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. I somehow my rasp came back in a for today.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay.
She sure will. Now that I'm here, everything is going to be all right. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them what.
Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile?
Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him.
Franziska von Karma, I presume.
I know that with anywhere.
Girl, that is so outdated. My apology. I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel, at your service.
Oh.
Oh my god, they're bowing at each other. And the deceased in this case is...
Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence.
I see. That would explain the key card. So you're the lead prosecutor.
Oh my god, wait. Sorry, I'll read it in a second. He did the same thing as Verity. I don't think we've seen him do that before.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. It
You
was
went-
a little parallel to Verity.
And it's so funny because his shit is so small.
He's trying his best.
There's so
I
much
love
more.
him.
There's so much more presence when she does it because it's extending so long into like this big mallet. He's like little
love him.
radio antenna head ass.
I love him so much.
Yep, which means this case will be solved.
You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy.
If you want to know my name, all you have to do is ow!
Stop babbling and tell me now.
It's Eustace! Eustace Winner!
I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. It's with the women, yeah!
Mr. Guy in charge? Here, this is from Grandma.
What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth.
This isn't a game, Mr. Winner.
Alright, that's my done. See you next, Stiff. Yeah, long time. I can murder a bowl of noodles ready to go now. No offense.
I can murder a bowl of noodles right now.
We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy.
Grandma does the autopsy report on the bowl. Looks like this was eaten 3 minutes ago. Murdered in warm broth. Oh, that's a really cute sprite. Even though the walking doesn't really make any sense. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died.
Eustace.
It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. Ooh. Well, what now, Gavel?
It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace.
He just reading it out loud because that's how his little brain works.
But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all.
No, that would be a tragedy.
Coroner's findings. Initial findings of Dr. Hilda Hertz. Cause of death, stab wounds to the chest, head injury sustained post-mortem. Jot it down in my organizer.
Nothing is better than Edrith's sarcasm.
Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
I think Eustace's meaning is very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct?
You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object. Loudly and forcefully.
Aww. And as a further confirmation when needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Just go. It's fine.
Fine? Is anything but fine, Kay?
I still don't remember anything. So, maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman, and I just don't remember.
The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I.
Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield, not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations.
And allow me, prepare to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth.
Please play his theme.
Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. Why is this your first goddamn statement? I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday's the murderer, no doubt about it.
Why is he alive?
She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. You're a dumbass.
Deductive genius? That was a total mess.
And if Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay. You have explained exactly nothing.
True, but we haven't... Yeah, okay, we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either.
That's all right, Kay. The searcher will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe in him.
But my deductions are an acts of divine intervention, you know.
Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do, I will be sure to freely let you know.
How so? Rebuttal. Why I think Kay did it.
Because my name is Eustace.
This first statement is so insane, bro. Explain your reasoning. I'm amazing.
I'm awesome, actually.
This
I
turbo
love
idiot,
Eustace
man.
so much. I love Eustace so much. He's
He
like,
deserves to perish.
he's gone up there. I went from like, oh, it's Eustace to, oh my god, it's Eustace.
He honestly, he's giving Larry a run for his money in terms of like dumbass award, man.
The thing is, Larry's like 26. He's like 17.
No, that's what makes Larry funnier to me. Larry's just like an adult that's just a really fucking dumb.
Yeah, but you know, you can argue that he has more rights to be a little stupid. Larry doesn't.
Yeah, but that's what makes Larry funnier to me.
Come on, look at him. Look.
Eustace is
you
all
can't
the
hate
boy
that
failure you expect him to be. Larry is like he has his moments, and then most of the time it's just an idiot, and like his idiocy it reaches higher peaks for me than Eustace. But Eustace is more consistently hilarious.
Okay,
Larry
I
has more
feel
range.
like the wording is more like Eustace is like you expect him to act like this way. You
Mhm.
expect him like this is him. He's just being himself. Larry, it's like you'd expect him to have common sense sometimes
So
because he has it sometimes.
He does,
But then he'll like give off a murder weapon because he's like, "Oh, it's for you, you pretty girl."
I know, because like sometimes Larry locks in, you're like, okay, my god, and then he goes back to being an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Eustace is just Eustace, and I really like that. You know, like there's no words to describe it besides Eustace. The Eustace effect.
The winner, the winner effect.
The winner tragedy.
Anyway,
He's contracted winner.
There are two major flaws with the statement you just made.
my god.
Flaws in a statement of mine. I don't make mistakes. It's literally impossible.
And that's a third flaw right there.
You're just trying to confuse me. It's a cheap tactic, even for you. Well, it won't work because I'm the world champion of not getting confused. So there.
I love you, Eustace.
Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail?
Well, if you insist, prepare to be wowed, Edgeworth. I figured it all out before anybody else even had a chance. Before I even saw the scene. No, before I even heard about the case.
What?
I knew it right away. She did it. She's the murderer. It can't be anybody else. Yeah.
Your grounds.
Yes, sorry. I was just getting to that.
I think they're gonna be best friends.
No, it's gonna be a fantastic episode. Look at some of her trademark great dating. All right.
Oh, really? And what was it she was trying to steal?
Well,
A file. A very particular file. One pertaining to your professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth. And you can prove that she needed this file badly enough to steal it? Oh, there might be no need to go into that. Well, there, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh my god.
You okay?
No. There's a lot of gorgeous people in Eustace on screen.
No, that won't be necessary.
Ooh,
Please, Mr. Widow, continue.
he doesn't want to embarrass himself in front of Franziska.
which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer.
Sorry, I just wanted to read it again.
And you have proof that it could only have been Kay who committed the murder.
Nope.
Then might I suggest you try looking into other possible suspects with all due haste. For that, I believe, would be the winning approach here.
The winning approach?
According to the reports we've received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement.
So you're accusing Kay based on that alone. A little tenuous even for you.
And suggesting that there are other possible suspects where When there clearly aren't, isn't it? Is it what?
Because it like isn't like tenuous. That's what
Oh,
she means. Yeah.
oh. And suggesting that there are there are other possible suspects when there clearly aren't, isn't?
Yeah, there you go. You killed it.
Okay, I understand.
No, if only I had something that could prove Kay didn't do it. There's obviously a setup, plain and simple.
You don't have to.
It's all right, Kay. The truth will come out. I promise. I just need you to give me some more time.
Oh, okay.
Kay isn't capable of murder. There's no way she killed Mr. Ringer.
My God. This a ringer.
But I have to prove that somehow, or she'll remain a suspect.
All right, well, these two are totally worthless. Okay. Let's look through our stuffies. Stub, Bamwick. God, okay. Here's the thing. I know it's probably one of these two. Right? She gets pushed off the building, or the letter from Rosie, by the by. I'm just trying to figure out the connection here between the statement and the evidence. She's not going to the
got
committee
it.
chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. Isn't that directly contradicted by the letter that's like, hey, I'm here to give you something?
I'm just here for the ride, honestly.
God, I'm pressing B too fast. Coming from beyond the concession and pushing her building. I'm gonna try this, because this makes like the most sense to me. Lovely.
What do you think of this piece of evidence?
Why do you want to know?
Don't you see? It proves that there's a contradiction in your testimony.
What?
Calm yourself, Eustace. Your so-called evidence proves nothing.
Huh? Really?
Yes, perhaps so. Only Judge Cabell weren't here.
If you could try to ensure that there is some substance to your interjections, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fear not, Your Honor, for I intend to do just that.
Oh. Is there any finger points on this puppy?
Wow, it's a flower.
The base is a very unique shape. If it were removed from a dusty shelf or something, it would be immediately obvious what had been standing there.
That's a really interesting little observation to make.
The prongs of each arm are covered in blood. The spacing matches that of the wounds in the victim's chest. Is this really the murder weapon?
I mean, it's got blood on it. Might as well.
Bum, bum.
I guess you could have gotten to the chair without the key card, right? Okay, I'm not crazy.
Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Witter? It certainly sounds like you are.
What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1 and 2 and 3.
You have a family member that is in this committee, don't you?
In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate.
Why do you always have to make fun of me?
You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card.
Who do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you?
Have you no shame?
Eee!
Mr. Witter, do you really even suspect Kay?
Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer.
Then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this, without a key card.
Ah! Was she? Well, she... You know, there was the... And she... Yeah.
A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have key cards. Therefore, only they can enter.
Precisely.
Why is she agreeing with me?
Please take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. As you can see, the door in this room was open at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's card. Keycard, sorry.
Keycard record. Record of the keycards used to enter the committee chamber. Jot it down in my organizer.
I need water.
Drink, drink,
We
drink.
cannot know for certain, of course. But who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer? Oh god, it's like a Gant thing all over again. And then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement.
It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another.
Yeah, and Kay didn't know the woman. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, guys, come on.
How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, detective. There's no place for guesswork in the courtroom, or at a crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required. In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another? But of course,
What?
I have here a letter. Ignore the red. Dr. Hartz found it in the victim's chest pocket.
Another of the victim's possessions. You kept this to yourself until now. You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why?
It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. Well, what now, Gavel?
It is very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. Yeah, we wouldn't let you to strain your voice, after all. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help me with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Kay. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them are accomplices. Accomplices.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? Sorry, I said accomplices, and I was like, there's something wrong with the way I said that. Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room which we are standing.
No!
Wait, so your principal suspect is Miss Kay Faraday for the second crime, as well as Mr. Ringer's Mrs. Ringer's married.
Oh, it's actually just Miss? We don't know if she's married?
Oh, I don't know how to read those things.
MS is Miss, MRS is Mrs. I know it's kind of silly.
I feel
don't
like
really-
Eustace.
Victim's letter. No, I don't blame you for not knowing it. It's a very like niche thing in the English language. Victim's letter. A letter that appears to have been written to the victim by Kay. Jot it down in my
I'm just not
organizer.
an English speaker, so.
Native
I'm
anyway.
the principal suspect?
Don't listen to her. It's all lies. All of it. You're not like that. You never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of.
Then how do you explain the letter, detective?
Oh! Unlike Mr. Winter, I suspect that Judge Cavell herself had some proof to support her accusation. But I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive.
Nicely done, Gavel.
Thank you, Eustace.
We're not done here yet. I still have questions, and you'd better have answers.
Oh, would you mind if I handled this, Eustace?
Be my guest. Have fun arguing with Edgeworth into the ground.
I can't let them steamroll me on this. I have to find a way to take back the advantage.
Have fun arguing with Edgeworth to the ground.
Kay's letter.
As the letter more than adequately proves Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer was her life in resulting in disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of the killer. Her killer. I do want to state that the killer has to be someone that has at least known Kay, either for long enough or not. And I know one guy that met Kay. I know one guy who would wear one red raincoat and who's suspicious and loves animals and is evil.
Oh, brother, we get it.
Be nice to me. I'm just a little Eustace incarnate. Be nice to me.
I know.
She's good. Better than ever, even. Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course.
Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on someone else's time.
Hey, whose side are you on, sir?
There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth.
Oh, looks like the kid's got something to say.
Well, if there's only one side to be on, and then it has to be the winning side. Ah!
Quiet, you. She's so patient with him.
My thoughts exactly.
Like, Edgeworth is so, like,
Rebuttal.
done with Eustace, but Franziska's just, like, gently, like, pushing him to shut the fuck up.
Kay's letter. All right, I think I have an idea on what it could be.
I love all of them so much. And Franziska saying that she's on the side of the truth is such a cute.
Yeah, that was very cute.
That's so nice. That's so nice. I love her so much. I need to draw her more.
The number one that I keep here is Miss Cart. Is Friday, Mr. Over?
What exactly was the nature of their relationship?
Miss Faraday was grateful for Miss Ringer's cooperation, just as the letter says. I think that more than adequately describes it, don't you? No. I hiccup. I'm yawning. I'm yawning. No.
The hiccup yawn combo?
No, as I was saying.
Caesar already had asked for Miss Ringer's help in some lot of some kind.
Can you tell us any more about this plot?
No. The letter implies a theft.
And it was written by your friend Faraday, making her the prime suspect. Case closed.
Anybody can forge a letter. It's not conclusive proof of anything.
Sorry, my brain went.
It's okay. I also mean to call Miss Faraday, referring to herself as a great thief on more than one occasion. CK, this is why you don't just say it out loud.
She's on sabbatical.
Also, you hear Eustace calling himself the winner all the time, and he's a loser. So, like, what's your point?
Don't say that to him.
Sometimes people lie.
Not in front of him. How can we used to be so sure of that? It's unlikely she would tell you if she assumed her activities, surely.
Are we really gonna use the fact that she calls herself a great thief? Like, you know, like not like she's obviously being silly or anything, right, guys? Totally. As evidence.
To
really?
be fair, tweeting out like I'm gonna send 50 bombs to your house could get you in trouble.
Yeah, of
despite
course
being
it
a
is,
joke.
because that's a threat. Saying you're a thief is not threatening anything.
It's threatening your valuable possessions, is what she would say. So I'm just saying.
I'm just saying this is a very different thing between like saying I'm a bomber and I'm gonna, you know, BOOM your house. That's how you spell bomb, but you know what I mean. I'm scared of you
Both
too.
those are very different things. I must agree. But also, I don't know. I feel like if one can be used that way, so can the other.
I disagree.
Well, clearly
One is
you
a
don't know
threat,
the
one
law.
is not. That's just how it is.
Well, unfortunately for you, the law is law and also very legal. So.
Anyway.
Oh, right. This is also me.
Mhm.
Okay. Loving the god of justice in the background, by the way. She's so cute. Slay. Perhaps she took up stealing again. Simply chose it to keep it from me.
I can't prove that either way right now, and she knows it.
As I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were involved in a plot to steal something.
For whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down.
Whatever reason, could you be a little more specific?
Not at the moment, but I'm sure our investigation will uncover any number of possibilities. Whereas your lack of proof that Miss Faraday is innocent continues to be a major problem for you.
I can see that some of the evidence would seem to point to Kay's involvement, but none of this is anywhere near conclusive.
A letter explicitly outlining a connection to the victim, backed up by supporting evidence from the scene. How much more conclusive could it be? What's more, where's your proof to the contrary?
Stringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play.
Is there any actual evidence to show that Kay killed Miss Ringer?
You don't give up, do you? What do you call that letter, huh? Evidence, duh.
I wouldn't be so sure. For one thing, it doesn't mention anything resembling a murder plan.
It doesn't? Oh, I guess not, huh? But it will once we hold a flame to it and reveal the secret writing. What?
I wouldn't place too much hope in revealing anything, Eustace. And we don't need it to. Not when we have.
Letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer.
We were able to examine the pocket in question for ourselves.
And you want to know why the letter wasn't there, I assume.
It's simple. The police's #1 priority was handing it over to me.
The victim had it kept it on the left side of her chest. Oh my god. Next to her heart, in other words. Everything's disappeared from my screen to indicate her heart's desire that her killer be brought to justice.
I have little interest in sentimental speculations about Miss Ringer's desires, but one thing does interest me. The fact that you said that the letter was in the victim's left chest pocket.
Okay, we are thinking the same thing.
It is the truth, as the goddess is my witness. That is where the letter was found, so there's no doubt about it.
The same place where she was stabbed with the candelabrum. I think that might prove to be a very important clue. Can't imagine Kay writing a letter like that. But unless we can get more out of Judge Cavell, I don't think we'll be able to prove that she didn't. We should try pressing the good judge on some of her statements and see if she lets something slip.
I'm still thinking about the human race dialogue. Why did he do that? Why did he think that was gonna be a good idea?
So the victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to her heart. How very touching.
The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then, they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is the killer.
I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor. Or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you.
Hey, you take that back!
Aww.
Perhaps you should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead.
By all means, if I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. No.
Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket.
Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder.
Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, no. Well, Judge Cavell, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. And went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us. And that someone is the real culprit, who will certainly also forge this letter.
No.
It's clear the culprit intended to frame Kay by means of that letter.
And you fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
No, Faraday did it. The letter was... It was in her other pocket. Yeah.
Huh? Seriously?
The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. We'll report it must have meant their left. Ah!
Stop, you foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool! Are you just that incurably foolish?
Killed it.
Jesus.
Why do you keep whipping me? Stop making fun of my deductions. Ah!
There, we saved you the trouble of disciplining him.
Yes, even though I had no intention of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests it had indeed been placed somewhere on her left side. Therefore, I thought there was some sort of mistaken report, not unless that report was given by you.
What? Cavell, say something!
No objections. Good. Then allow me to continue. So you have established the existence of a second suspect.
No, we haven't. The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten in apart from Faraday and Ringer?
God.
Whoever it was would have needed a key card. Judge Cavell proposed that the killer entered the room together with the victim. What if there was something questionable about the very base of a theory itself? This piece of evidence points to another suspect other than K.
I'm assuming that's gonna have to be the log we definitely have, right? Okay, we do.
Looking into the keycard report provided by Judge Cavell a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. But you will know that someone else's keycard is also listed.
A mystery person who could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim, you mean? This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility.
Oh, right, that's also me. Except I'm afraid it is.
And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor?
My evidence? I am the evidence, detective.
Of course.
Yeah, I thought so. It was my key card.
So you're a suspect, dumbass. Keycard record. Record of the keycards used to enter the committee chamber. Updated on my organizer.
There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering a chamber as I please. Is there? Why are we
Perhaps
picking
not.
favorites here?
That's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague.
What utter nonsense. What would I have to gain from killing her? And then he's just like shaking like, what? You did what?
I am sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had.
You really pulled the Uno reverse card on her.
I am faithful servant to the goddess. Why would I ever resort to the act of a crime?
You can't pull the, well, I know it's not me card. Shut your dumb ass up.
I had my key card, that much is true. But my reason for entering this room is far from questionable.
Then perhaps you'd care to tell us why.
I had business in here, in the committee chamber. There was certain preparations to make for a murder.
Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me.
I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. But I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess.
My hearing. She must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me. To relieve me of my badge.
I'm assuming it's the granny? I don't know.
Alright, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skill and tongue sharp, especially when we're young. But that'll do for now.
I think.
Who in the...
Or not.
I don't know, we're just
Unless
guessing.
it's a...
What the...
Hello, everyone, it's me.
Oh, really takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective.
Please take off all of those prosecutor badges.
Why does he have so many? Holy shit.
He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life.
I do like his
You'll have to
eyes.
forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them.
Alright, he did it, everyone. Chairman winner. Oh no.
I had a feeling.
Everyone.
Winner.
Ah, Verity, my girl. You ever stop working? Your dedication puts us all to shame. And is this young Franziska I see before me? Dear child, when did you get so big?
Look at his... Oh. Hold on. There's a lot to process here. Hold on, I was gonna talk about his Sprite having water in his goggles, but now I'm like, oh my god, okay. Uncle Winner, it's been far too long.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
No, it's okay.
Wait, oh my god.
Sorry, the abs. The abs
You just
threw me off
noticed?
really hard. Yeah.
I love when he
really
wrings
like
out his beard. Like it's a friggin' like washcloth or
Ew,
whatever.
it's probably so sweaty then.
Those are his tears.
No.
Yes.
If he gets sweaty, it's all in his beard.
Ew, yeah, that's probably disgusting. Bro needs a shave.
Oh, you can keep the beard. Hygiene's good though.
And so formal. I thought we were like family. You used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winner, at the top of your little lungs.
Franziska's so like, stop it.
Oh, but time goes by so very fast. Oh, I can't help but shed a tear.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Aww. I don't like this.
What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered. Murdered. Committee member has been murdered, and you're in charge of the case, my boy. Also, I just
like
noticed
this.
the water in his glasses. I see. What in the world?
Yes. I don't like this.
He's
I'm
weird.
gonna keep saying this. No, it's not that. One, he definitely did it. Two,
He did definitely do it. If I had a nickel for every single time a chairman committed a murder, I'd have 2 nickels.
Imagine if he made his son get in this case because he knew he was incompetent as hell. Like,
That actually does not surprise me at all. That'll probably be it.
I'm also really sad because I was like, oh, Eustace probably has like bad familial issues like in the second case for like some reason. I don't remember why. And now here we are, and we're gonna get hit with like the saddest like emotional family.
They seem to have a
bond.
pretty good relationship to me, but
I don't know.
we'll see. Anyway,
Like we're talking about a lot of family in this case, so I'm getting ready for the worst.
yeah, where's Gumshoe's dad?
What is this? Bring your pops to work day?
Silence. Do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. Uh-oh. The former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the committee for the prosecutorial excellence.
Oh, now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really.
Allow me to apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am...
Miles Edgeworth, correct? And your little subordinate Dick Gumshoe. I'm Excelsius winner. Father to this idiot boy, among other things.
I told you!
All right.
I told you!
I said we'll see.
As I'm going to kill him. I hate you so much. I don't, but like, don't say that. Don't say
My
that to
wife and I
son.
was so happy when he was born.
Oh my god.
And now he's gone too. Heaven only knows to where.
Dad, you're here. You use my handkerchief.
Thank you, son. You're a good boy. In your own silly way.
This is terrible.
Like father, like son, I suppose. Though it's hard to say who is the bigger fool.
Well, Verity, how goes the investigation?
This is you,
It's
bud.
just like there's a lot happening in my mind of like, so he should know Manfred, so he knows Franziska, but he knows Edgeworth, but not Edgeworth the same way that he knows Franziska. So through that you can conclude that Manfred also knew about Byrne, who also knew about Kay.
Maybe?
And I
I mean,
don't
yeah,
know,
we
like-
literally saw in the last game, you knew Burn.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, stacking it up all together.
I know, you're crafting your master theory that's either hilariously wrong or incredibly right.
I just like, I don't know. I don't like. Remember when I wrote something about like a corrupted power in the committee?
Mhm. I
Yeah,
mean, this is
am
surprising that the
looking
committee is corrupt. It's kind of writings on the wall.
Well, yeah,
that
that's
one.
pretty obvious. It's just,
Mhm. Anyway,
Eustace. Hey, buddy.
let's continue.
Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect. 1K Faraday. We are currently trying.
You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it. Why have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
I told you. Now it's just a mix-up. They got the wrong. Ah!
Don't test my patience.
All right, that's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we?
I'm sorry you had to say that, sir. My humblest apologies.
I think you've all made your cases very clearly. All except for you, Eustace.
But what? But Dad!
Don't
We are
say
prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. I know all about your relationships to the accused. The Castige seems pretty apt, based on what I've heard.
Kay's no criminal. She's helped us catch the bad guys loads of times.
Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... Ah, it's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young.
Oh, he's a pyromaniac. 100%.
But circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough.
Oh,
What the
he's
heck
a
is that supposed to mean?
Oh my
The
god.
prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. Time is oh so precious, and we have so little of it. And there are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? Oh. All right, Miss K. Faraday. Time to come along quietly.
Yes, sir.
You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell ya.
To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It is an act so brazen, a hearing won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this detective?
What? So either Kay goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge. What the heck am I supposed to do?
You use his badge to shield yourselves. Oh, how the committee, too, has fallen. She's so
Kay.
smart, I love you.
You're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal. Your contrition, yeah, okay, has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the goddess of justice.
Oh, what in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted to do was be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance.
That's crazy, Edgeworth. Come on, man. You can't say friend?
He's too posh.
Who am I kidding? There's something to weigh up here.
Oh, I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna go now.
Judge Gavel, a moment, please.
Yes, what is it? Your badge. What is the meaning of this?
I am returning it. From this day forth, I'm a prosecutor no longer.
Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now! You're giving it all up? Just like that?
You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding, please. If you're not a prosecutor anymore, then what does that make me?
I have one duty, and one duty alone, to pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free.
I love you, Edgeworth.
I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I will let my search for the truth end here.
Are you running away from the Von Karma? From me? Oh.
Say what you will, Franziska. You won't change my mind.
So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this. Never. No. This is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me.
Wait, Kay, don't go! You stay right where you are, detective.
But sir,
I'm not a prosecutor anymore.
don't say that. Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there, right by your side.
There's no need for you to do that now, detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can.
Oh.
Well, now, this is no good, is it? Let a dangerous criminal run free. I try and try, yet it's never enough.
There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far.
She'd better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does. To be continued.
Okay, hear me out. I think Avella just is under pressure of this random guy, but she does
That's
care
a
for Edward a
random
lot.
guy.
Sorry, I know he's not like a random guy, but like also,
Senior winner.
yeah, winner,
Winner
the
senior.
big winner,
Winner senior.
the big winner.
The big winner. Why the? Oh, it's because I'm using the right stick.
Either way, I think she's like under pressure because she's like, Edward, wait, no, I was just kidding all these times. Please come back. I'm sorry. I was kidding. When the joke goes too far, you know.
I love how unique its journey is with each character's talking animations. True.
I also love that Franziska like doubled down to the you're leaving the fun karma. Me? You're leaving me again?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That was
I
good.
love them so much. Damn it.
You ready to keep going?
There's too much family stuff. Kay, the Von Karma siblings, Winner, Verity for some reason.
What do you
know-
mean Verity for some reason?
Because I know she's gonna be at least like upset. She's upset over something, and I don't know. Get her a little handkerchief. We're gonna sit down and make her feel better.
Alright, you ready?
No.
Too bad. Kidding.
My puzzle's going amazing, by the way.
April 5th, 5:58 p.m. Hi, Prosecutor's office. Offices, my bad. Room 1202. I'll say yay. I'm happy your puzzle isn't going terribly.
Kay! She's not here either. Where are you?
Ha ha! Knockety knock knock, special visitor.
Fender!
Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? You don't own yourself too many admirers looking like that. I'm so happy Fender's back.
What are you doing here? Something happened.
Something happened, he asks. I'll say. Been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber. I'd call that a happening, all right. And what with your hearing being today, I thought, well, I couldn't help wondering if you were involved.
They're reporting it on the news already.
Heck yeah, dead lawyer, a young woman on the run. They're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff, but compelling too, I gotta admit. So, they're gonna give me the lowdown or what?
Well, actually,
Whoa! Hey, warn a guy before blowing his mind next time. It's even crazier than I thought.
this isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone and without her memory.
Not to mention being the suspect in a murder. Definitely doesn't make things any easier. Where the heck could she have gone to? Sure she doesn't remember Zip?
I thought she might have come here, but
No luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Unless she thinks she's done you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up on your doorstep.
you think I don't know that? I'm out of place to look.
Hey, take a chill pill, compadre. This isn't like you. You wind up tighter than a clockwork monkey. Which isn't a bad thing necessarily. After all, it's got even you running from pillar to post looking to save an innocent from jail. Act like the attorney I know you were born to be.
Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier. That doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person.
Buy mine twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? It's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. Oh, you don't have me saying this, but it's quite the bond that sprung up between the two of you. Have to give me and your old man's a run for her money, or run for its money even.
It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs.
You can say that again. What I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You two make a great team.
right now.
Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime is no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Your mic did the thing again, by the way.
Oh,
It was just a little thing. It was just a little thing. Connections like that don't grow on trees. I should know. All right, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the streets shouting her name. So why not go back to the source? Look at how she lost her memory in the first place. You might just turn up some clues that'll help you narrow things down.
That's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building.
Then that's where we're headed. Next stop, the big time. Maybe you can give your face some. Oh my God! Maybe you can give your face the good news on the way. That's a really good one. Welcome back.
Thank you. I didn't actually do anything. I just muted and was like, wait, I should be fixing my microphone.
You're just listening.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe you can give your face the good news on the way is crazy. Kay won't come crawling back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that.
Very funny. But it is truly a force of nature all on its own.
On his own, my God. April 5th, 6:42 p.m. Big building. Viewing platform.
The sun should set quickly.
Not even a murder on the premises can make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? It's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we got the whole place to ourselves.
The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory.
Earth to Miles, we got some sleuthing to do. And did it again, by the way.
Aww.
This rooftop paradise is all ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright?
Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose you should be grateful there's at least something we can do.
Begin investigation. Big building, viewing platform. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, it's time to do some investigating. Yippee, 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 yippee. Let's start with this glowy thing.
Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. It's not a horn on its head. So it's a unicorn. No, that can't be right either.
Isn't it not a Valkyrie?
An alicorn?
Something like that, yeah.
No.
Unicorns don't have wings. What's this? It's a little plaque there at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. That'll teach me to bother engaging with such things.
No. Alright, let's can I inspect these? Oh, I can. Sick.
The beak and wings of a bird, and the body of a lion. Guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop haven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed. Almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead.
You can't inspect the door. Talk to these guys in a second.
Looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the big building. But at the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. Ugh. What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai isn't on today.
Classic Eggworth. Binoculars. Oh, you can't do the binoculars? Yeah. I'll do this next. Yeah.
It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us. She was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell.
Where Kay was standing. Kay remembers standing beneath the cherry tree. Your mic is doing it again. Maybe they just gotta invest in like a new XLR cable or something at this point. I don't think this is worth the struggle.
So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Which would suggest she was pushed over this railing here
Railing. Kay was pushed by a person in a red raincoat who had walked towards her from the concession stand.
The railing is chest high. You have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough too.
That's all the observations we can do, I want to say. Yeah. All right, we just got the 2 peoples to talkie to, and then you can puzzle. I hear Pookie on deaf, and then we'll talk to Fendi.
Don't worry about me. I can read on my other monitor.
But okay.
Don't worry about me.
All right,
I promise.
So how did Kay lose her memory? You think there was something she wanted to forget? Maybe some particularly choice words from Miles the insult comic?
Of course not. I wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she'd want to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on occasion.
Poor guy. I don't envy him one bit. Well, I actually need Pookie for the next section, so we're gonna have to just wait.
I hope this temporarily solves the issue.
All right, you ready to keep going? All right.
Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again.
What are you two doing up here?
Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What in the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself an even more hot water?
You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine.
Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired?
As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs.
If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh. Did something happen?
Really rubbing it in, huh?
Maybe I can help. How about an injection?
Yes, a kill me serum would be nice. No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay.
And will not find Kay. Thank you. Thank you.
That was good. I like that.
No, it's okay.
No, I did.
I understand.
Yeah. It did get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again soon.
I guess you're free to investigate this now. Hey, you! Yeah, you! How about some delicious parting clouds cotton candy to brighten up your day?
Parting clouds. It's a name for the fact that we were so close to the clouds up here.
Our gimmick is we take a normal serving of cotton candy and we split it in half. Part it, if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank. Well, I'm happy you're transparent about it.
I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely.
Wow, are we already out of things to look at? Oh no, we can look at the binoculars. What? I just wasn't standing in the right spot.
You can insert a coin and take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I know, anyway. But for now, I'd better focus on my powers of observation on this rooftop. Rooftop. Blah. My god. Rooftop.
What the? What? That shit scared the crap out of me. She was in the tree?
Kay.
Don't mind me. I just lying in wait.
That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say, laying low.
Oh, yeah, that.
Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on the suspect haunting the site of a supposed crime. Surely you understand that, even in your current state. On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you.
Are you mad at me?
Of course I am. Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Did you think your amnesia will excuse your recklessness?
No. I came to try and help you get your badge back.
What?
I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could.
There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the K I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry.
Seriously, Miles, you're killing me here. You were baking good guy points, then you went and blew it by blowing your top. Good to see you, kiddo. Glad to see you're safe. Come on, bring it in.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
Not now, Fender.
Yeesh, I was trying to lighten the mood. What? You want to do
Want me
this?
to do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for the young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered the prime suspect, and police say there are no efforts of being spared in trying to track her down.
Oh, mama. They're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down, and fast.
Indeed. It's only a matter of time before they find us.
All right, first things first. Okay, you're sticking with us from now on. Capiche?
But I've caused you so much trouble already.
You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point.
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Then it's settled. We're in this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles here will be in charge of proving Kay's innocent.
And I will. Believe me.
So I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with this investigating, okay, Kay?
Yes, of course.
Great. Now we gotta move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before we even get started. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down.
Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I'll ever really know.
I hope I've been the help of you to you so far.
Actually, we're gonna talk to you later. We're gonna make sure we clear everything else out first.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Cause I have a feeling that she's the progression point. Well, that and the puzzle pieces, but I just want to do her last. I want to make sure we've gotten
I'm so
every last bit.
devastated. I'm gonna keep saying it, but they cannot just throw like a billion family issues all at once and expect me to come out unscathed. Like it's not going to be the reason I'm going to not be art blocked.
Can't believe this thing's made the news already. How do they do it, huh? Hey, think they're filming us from the chopper up there right now? You can check the TV for me, Miles Reno. Need to make sure they're catching my good side.
Now, at a time like this.
I love thunder. As you can see, there's still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary... Oh, that's an announcer.
That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct?
That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation.
Well, this doesn't make our chance of getting out of here with Kay any rosier.
We'll have to find a way to slip past the press.
I'm a cool, mysterious customer, Miles Reno, but I'm no spy.
Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate.
Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me.
We'll scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Wait, what?
The clock.
17-year-old saw it in connection with lawyer slaying is insane.
They aren't necessarily wrong.
Lawyer slaying is crazy to me. 50.
Yeah, it is.
Is there not another floor above the 50th floor? Isn't the 54 supposed to be the top floor? Eh, whatever.
Looks like this is being broadcast live, which means that we're looking at the big building in real time.
Does that mean we're on TV too?
I don't think so. The camera's far away enough, and it's just dark enough that I think we'll be safe for now. At least we better be. If Kay is spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it.
I like how he's become basically against the law so quickly.
He's basically
Like,
become an anti-hero in the eyes of the law.
Yeah, like he was like, well, now that I don't have my badge, I'm just gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
Which is like funny as hell. Let's go. As you can still see, we've
No,
already
go
read
ahead.
this. But we've read this.
I'm pretty sure this is it different. That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation.
Still working on the committee chamber. The reporter's right. You can see the people moving around. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture. I can use a certain piece of evidence to help me deduce exactly what.
You know what? Deduce.
There's a contradiction here, hiding in plain sight.
Just check again. Yep.
Question, how many floors does this building have?
Easy. 50, right? Kinda ironic that just a few feet above where the committee works is these ugly little schemes. It's a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times.
And what's that dark space above the 50th floor?
The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute.
Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be located one floor below that. Clearly contradicting the supposed facts.
Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake.
Somehow, I don't think so. Call me crazy, but...
Yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor.
Or it could be the 50th floor, and that floor below is the 49th floor, but whatever.
Is there a 51st
I'm going
floor?
to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is there a 51st floor? It seems there's an extra floor between the 50th floor and the roof. My God.
If Gumshoe was here, he'd be the one doing that.
Well, that's where they keep all the gloomy underbelly of love?
Ah, my heart. You didn't take it quite so literally, Kay.
Good, then perhaps you could take this more seriously instead.
Come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done.
It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes.
Hey, he's funny. I like Fender, okay, man?
Listen, I gotta side with Edgeworth here.
With Eggworth?
Eggworth.
With
Eggworth. Take it all. What do you say it? Like, take it away? Is that what you say?
Yeah, take it away.
Take it away, Eggworth.
Nah, that's okay. Alright.
You gotta stop playing this theme. I'm gonna, like, start crying.
I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory.
How about we go over what you remember one more time?
Okay, I was standing under the trees, sheltering from the rain. Then I saw a person in a red raincoat. They pushed me.
Do you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry, I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there's one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer.
The moon.
Like the Jammin' Ninja. Yeah, it's all very fuzzy, but it was the exact same place it is right now. Floating up there above the cherry blossoms.
So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder.
The moon. Kay saw the moon shining over the shoulder of the person in the red raincoat. It's in the same part of the sky tonight.
This sucks.
That's new information. I should keep it in mind.
I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory.
There is. It could be the clue we need. All right, just let it float up to the top of your mind and see whatever comes into your thoughts.
Alright, I'm seeing... It's very faint, but... I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seats, and there's this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup. Not too thick, and it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. They're firm, but not too firm. That's when I thought crossed my mind. Gonna order another bowl.
That's a very K memory.
Captivating memory. But sadly, one that has nothing to do with the case. You used to say you were the second great thief Yatagarasu, a noble outlaw dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that?
Oh, I think you're right. I was a noble.
Not a noble, Kay, a noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there.
Alright. Is there anything you want to try and present there, just for funsies? Oh my god, his badge is out of his evidence. Oh no.
Well, yeah.
I know, but it's just a small little detail that you kind of forget about, and then because it's literally always there.
I know. I was thinking about it because I'm like, oh, so you literally presented your badge for the last time to like Franziska and all these people.
Yep. This is his new badge, the Yatagarasu pin.
He's a part of the Yatagarasu group now. He might not be a girl. He's beautiful and young.
I don't know. Throw him in a skirt. You can make it work. Actually, no. You can kill it in some like stockings. Not stockings. The black tights. You know what I mean? Those.
I'm not going to entertain this.
You literally
idea.
drew this already.
No.
Guys, you guys can do exclamation. Make it and check out the blue sky. Anyway.
No. I don't even know if it's on my. It is.
You like pens, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
I not particularly know.
Still, you always seem to have one on you.
It's a part of the job, I'm afraid. And this one is also a piece of evidence.
Oh, so you carry things you don't like around as a form of willpower training.
That's not it at all.
Alright, that was totally worth checking out. Alright, let's puzzle. Alright. Maybe a person in a raincoat walked towards her from the concession stand. Do you remember standing underneath a cherry tree? Saw the moon shining over the shoulder of the person in the red raincoat. This is a hard one, because there's a very clear contradiction between these two and this.
Go with your gut.
It's what I think are puzzling things together. It's making connections to draw a conclusion. I feel like these two are the most closely correlated, because this one could correlate with both. Like, it has to be one. Maybe these two. I don't know. Maybe it's these two, because these two directly contradict each other. I don't want to make. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this first.
Follow your heart.
Nope.
How does it add up? I better think again.
All right, I'm gonna go with my second instinct, which is these two. She saw the person in the red raincoat with the moon over their shoulder, but they also walked from the concession stand, which both can't be true at the same time.
Thinking back over what Kay has said. The person in the red raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite of the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over this person's shoulder. When we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. It claims it's currently in the same spot in the sky as on the night of the incident. My god. This throws the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over the railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did.
Where Kay fell. It's possible that Kay didn't fall over the railing after all. Really?
There's no logical connection between those two things.
Okay, well,
I love this little simple theme.
I
I
know.
didn't like it at first, but like it's
It's just a good little
grown on
thinky.
me.
It's a little thinker one. We did these two already. These two don't correlate that well, so it has to be these two.
You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale.
I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it?
Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole.
The ground can just open up like that? How?
My bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo.
But it may also be closer to the truth than you would think, Fender. Let's take a little look at the ground in that area. There's a chance you might have missed something. Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. We'll scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
The trapdoor.
Oh, we'll do that last, okay? We'll get there.
Well, yeah.
There's something of interest here.
I'm at the rose petals. The petals, you know.
The ground here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the trees aren't in full bloom yet, the strong wind up here is blowing the petals right off. It would have been nice if they thought to tidy up just a little, though.
Of course he would think that shit.
Edric, does that really matter right now?
Yes, it's very important. Just want to make sure we get everything before we continue.
What's this?
It's like a service hatch. Okay, do you think you might have fallen down here instead? Down the hatch? Did Kay fall down the hatch by the cherry tree? Nah, you never be as clumsy as that.
I'm sorry, I just can't say one way or another.
My bad, kiddo. Just another one of my sitting musics. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know.
I don't? Never?
Well, maybe not never, but I told you to leap lyrically into my arms.
Fender!
Chill, Miles Areno. Where's your sense of whimsy?
So, never then.
Ouch. Talk about a deep cut. Alright. Connect them up. Wah, boink.
How is a whole floor between the 15th and
The 15th?
the 50th and the viewing platform remained undetected all this time?
You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it if you ask me.
That's precisely it. Things like stairs that are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people seems a bit implausible. Which could only mean that the 51st floor is no ordinary floor, and it can't be reached by ordinary means.
Then we'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right?
I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for unconventional.
Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps?
Oh, a secret room. Now you're talking my language.
Let's go take a look.
I like how you can slowly see her getting a little more, like, little more adventurous, little more
Yeah.
K. It's cute.
Ugh. All right, there we go.
What is this place?
Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a store?
Whatever it is, I think you can safely say that this is where you fell.
Good team. Strike one mystery off the list.
Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. You have a red rain-coated figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things.
Hey, can I guide bask into success for a second? So we found it in Storeroom. How about we scooch on down and check it out?
We have pretty much exhausted everything up here. It can't hurt to take a look.
Investigation complete.
Woo.
Oh my god, really?
Really? Fuck. That's another. Oh my god, there's a lot of girls. So many girls.
I mean, hey, you complain about not
Is she
having little boys.
I'm so happy all the girls that I like are coming back.
I know, they're all great.
This is lovely.
Anyway.
Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, well, she's actually gonna come in clutch.
Emma, what are you doing here?
I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on.
This is Emma Sky. She's a high school student, currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister, a former superior of mine. We've also stood in court together.
The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off at the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and...
Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already.
I forget that the timeline is so tight in this duology.
Yep.
It's literally taking place in like the span of like 2 weeks. It's really crazy.
Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do any schoolwork or anything. Just some interpreting.
Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around in a crime scene?
Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language after all.
That's not an actual language, Emma.
Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she?
Oh, shucks. Isn't that sweet, K-Meister? Your little friend's worried about you.
Even though they never interact ever.
Yes, they
besides,
literally
like,
do.
Like once, but like barely at all.
Yeah, but they got along nice. They had fun together.
It's just cute. It's cute. It's
That is cute.
adorable. That means that like she left a strong enough impression on Emma, and that's adorable. I gotta draw them together at some point.
I mean, Kay is
Franziska-
pretty unforgettable.
Well, unless it's her.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Who's this guy? Don't tell me you went and get a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth.
Her face. Very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way around, I'll have you know. Eddie Fender, attorney at law, and senior partner at Edgeworth and Co. Law Offices.
Edgeworth. So you are his assistant. Wait, attorney? Since when were you a defense attorney?
I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement.
Let's not sweat the details for now, yeah. First things first.
But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. Really?
Ooh, it's like I'm not even here.
What is this? Some kind of new weird experiment?
Perhaps you should head down below. I'll explain there.
I agree. The police should be here any minute.
And who is this?
I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go.
Oh, alright, but you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro attorney?
Trust me, I'll explain that too.
Okie dokery do. Down the hatch we go. I love Fender. To be continued.
Bringing another unwilling victim into our terrible plans.
All right, let's investigate the storeroom. You ready to go?
Yup. It's Samson and Judy. Sorry, I'm thinking of them.
April 5th, 7:06 p.m. Unknown. It's as dark as a grave down here. Can't see the nose in front of my roguishly handsome face.
And then you see a little flame, and then you know it's like the other evil guy.
It's the
and I'm
winner, yeah. Winner senior.
Oh, I'd hate that.
Watch your step, Emma.
Ouch! I hit my head on something.
Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip.
What? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
She has like 9 fingers to work with. Can someone help her, please? There's gotta be a light switch here somewhere. Ah, bingo! It's a light switch, not a oh my god.
This
Hey,
is...
This is all the stuff that got taken away. Oh my god, it's Tanera's suitcase!
Wait, there's a billion references in this goddamn room. Yeah, I saw Tanera's suitcase first, but look at the very top.
Went through compromise. Oh, it's the loaning agency, the loan shark
Yeah,
loan.
the loan shark. Yeah. Hold on, yeah, let me turn this off for a second.
The
we have
blue Badger truck.
We have the statue from Blue Corp. Is that
Oh my
what that
God.
is, or am I crazy? That like statue at the bottom with the ball? Am I crazy?
No, but if you look right behind the big statue, there's
Oh, this is the desk,
Gingbers.
yeah.
What's his name? No.
Oh, what are you
The
looking at?
frame, the picture,
Oh yeah, I
the
can see this.
picture frame.
I'm looking at the bottom. Sorry.
Marvin. Sorry, Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin Grossberg
Grossberg.
is painting. Yeah, I'm looking down here.
That's the Blue Corp.
The Blue Corp
ball.
stuff.
You're right. That's his desk.
We have the Blue Badger car.
I don't know what that case could be.
That
Maybe it's
box. Yeah,
nothing.
maybe that's the box from. No, that one has chains on it. I'm trying to think. We have all the samurai masks. We have the
The
baby.
Blue Badger cars from like the Blue Badger like show that they did in the
Yeah,
land.
the land place. That's what I was talking about. We have the statue from the second case in the first game.
There's a steel samurai baby over there.
Yeah,
There's
the
also
iron
the
infant.
case.
Oh,
There's also the bowl from the
Yeah.
president.
yeah. Oh my God, there's the perfume.
There's the Callisto perfume.
Yeah, there's so many references in this goddamn room.
This is so awesome.
All right, but this is the hidden 51st floor. Really is being used as a storeroom. We need to take a careful look over all these items.
Big building pamphlet. Contains a cross-section of the building and a plan of the viewing platform. Updated my organizer.
All right, Mr. Edger, you promised me an explanation or three.
That's right, cute.
I did indeed. Oh, where to even start?
Wow, a lot's been happening, huh? What a case!
It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma.
Seems you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Attorney, Prosecutor Attorney.
I'm not an attorney or a prosecutor anymore.
Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me.
Well, if you're sure.
Are you kidding? I live for moments like these. Here, let's make this all official. Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you, Miss Sky.
Aww.
And then there were 4. Right, everyone, let's get to work.
Okay, again, why are we bringing every, like, sad family trope from every sad family character ever? Eddie, Emma, Kay, Edgeworth. All we need now is Clavier Gambit or something.
Also, wait, am I crazy?
That's
Did I read the Emma line and I'm dumb? Or did you not read it yet and I'm just stupid?
I didn't even read it. I didn't even realize it was an elevator thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I want to know where the elevator goes.
Looks like it goes down.
It's something we'll certainly want to investigate further. We should look around up here first.
Yeah, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy.
I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. Let you know if anything comes to mind.
Thank you, Kay. Emma?
Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very well. Let us begin.
Does she follow
Begin.
us around?
Hmm?
Does she follow us around?
We'll see. Begin investigation. 51st floor. Storeroom. She does.
Why did you do that to her?
Oh, she holds her bag when she walks. That's cute.
I really like having different assistants.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
very
awesome.
fun. All right.
It's kind of creepy, all these masks lined up here in the dark.
Not a fan of horror movies, I take it.
No way! That stuff's so unscientific.
I think you mispronounced terrifying. Must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
There's already a deduce. Interesting.
Well, there's a mask missing, and considering we have the Jammin' Ninja mask with us,
True.
it's probably.
Well,
what
there's
it
a
is.
deduction at the end, though. I want to make sure we don't get.
Yeah.
These are all case files from various murders.
What? But why would it be in here?
They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or the prosecutor's office, which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more.
Well, we can tell Franziska about the smuggling ring. I think she's gonna be ecstatic to know that everything she's looking for is in this room. That mask! That's Global Hero! Oh god. Onyankopon!
Nice.
And why is that so shocking?
You really don't know. Everything about the show is secret. When it's on TV, who makes it? So the merchandise is super rare.
Sounds to me like whoever made it may have simply gone out of business.
Oh my god, we have to look at every mask.
That's Captain Saipon. He's super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it.
I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself.
Oh my god, the Pink Princess. Edger's gonna talk about her. What TV show are these from?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes.
So their masks are modeled on sport safety helmets or something, right? Maybe the number of eyelets tells you their student ID number.
So the one on the left would be number 1, and the right is number 2.
I suppose that could be it, yes.
And that would be a ton of stuff for the kids and the highest ID numbers.
Kid with the student ID 2,567 when 2,567 slits be like.
I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now.
This dialogue's so worth it.
It's the Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai.
The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. You know what I mean?
He does look like he's mewing, yeah.
Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way.
You've just gone up in my estimation, Ebba.
That's really funny. Like his opinion of her went up.
Aww.
That's really funny.
He's the only heroine in the Steel Samurai series needs.
Oh.
You could say that again. I love the Pink Princess.
You watch shows like that, Ebba.
Of course. You love them too, right?
Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure.
Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so, you know, I thought...
Oh, I can't believe even Ebba's seen it.
Who hasn't seen it?
True. Who hasn't, man?
There's a selection of masks arranged on the rack here. There's even a Steel Samurai. What an impressively authentic likeness it is, too.
The scientist in me is sensing something strange there. A lack of consistency, you know?
In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here.
Yeah, just an empty hook right in the middle.
Somebody using that one, perhaps.
Alright, we'll come
Is
back
that
to
the
this
evil
later.
magistrate? At the bottom?
Actually, yeah, I think it
Maggie
is.
Street.
These are...
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
If I'm not mistaken, several of these items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. What are they doing here?
Sorry, that's the fluorescent light with like the
Yeah.
green emitting fire.
Yep.
It just hit me.
And then there's the jar of ink. I forgot the Babylonian.
Babylese ink.
Yeah, Babylese ink. I almost said Babylonian, but that's a different place.
And then the blue badger costume.
I just saw that, yeah.
You probably tensed up so hard.
Anyway.
Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into?
It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police department.
They don't keep the stuff at Prosecutor's office too?
When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial is finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct. Unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere.
Because you're Edward. And yet, here it all is.
There's no point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers printed on them.
Exhibit numbers, maybe. You said they're all pieces of evidence, right?
I was thinking price tags, but
Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written, by the items themselves, I guess these are prices.
price tags. The evidence all has price tags attached. High price tags. That's a little golly. I'm happy they brought back some gear in Splatoon 3. It's nice. Welcome to stream.
Prices? I would have never guessed that. Wait, but none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it?
The prices are very high indeed. So what is she surprised? Let's examine all of these in detail.
How do I have a check mark on this already? What? Okay.
That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. But it still has one of the signs in front of it.
Indeed, and look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth.
That's dust? That dust
I think
is
it's funny
thick as
that Edward
hell.
was like, wow, if you look at this thing, it would totally leave like a very interesting shape on the
Yeah.
Like I'm like, that's just a hard foreshadowing that the
Yep.
game wants to give you.
I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you?
You know what? I think you might be right, but I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what.
Well, I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline. Do we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected?
I should deduce.
Aw, isn't he a cutie? Look at this fluffy little guy.
That's a stuffed animal we found at Gold Lake.
What? Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was thinking of the first game case.
He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. So how did he wind up here?
Oh, but look, he's missing his left horn.
He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least, not as far as we ever saw.
Defective merchandise, huh? We need to contact the manufacturer. I demand a recall.
Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with?
Broken plushie. The stuffed animal we originally found in the Zhang Fa presidential
That's
plane.
horrifying.
Missing its left horn. Try to dynamite organizer. I can't believe this is evidence.
Can't believe that's so horrifying to look at. So the storeroom is actually more of a stock room?
It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of a person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases?
And to who? Who would even want to pay for all this stuff? Winner.
Somebody,
Like the small
clearly.
one.
The price tags are proof of that.
Wow. People really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating.
Love that spray.
That's a cute little doll. Kinda looks like the Steel Samurai.
It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he would too one day be called upon to fight for justice. Can't imagine the pressure that must have put him under. More than most people could bear.
I feel like he's hashtag projecting and relating. to this Iron Infant.
True. Also, how's it going, friends? Hi, Solar Silly. Hi, Wagoogas. Welcome to stream. How you guys are doing? What playing investigations do? You guys have been here before. You know what's up. I'll give you guys a quick rundown. Basically, our bestie Kay Faraday fell off a building and lost her memories. She didn't die somehow. Maybe she didn't fall off a building after all. Anyway, she's being accused for murder because it's Ace Attorney, goddammit. And we're trying to prove her innocence by trying to piece together the little bits and pieces of her amnesiac memory that we can get our hands on. Right now we're in a storeroom filled with tons of evidence that's supposed to be in police custody and are instead being sold as merchandise. Anyway, hello Blade, hello Hognose, hello Bubble, hello Ice Griller. Don't let my check clip farm you. I don't mind. I wish people clip my stuff more. It's funny. Hello, Spook.
La 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 la.
I appreciate that you do the clips.
I don't. No. Oh, sorry. I wasn't implying that. I just I'm being quiet. Let me make my presence known.
You can say hi.
Hello.
Good stuff. Anyway, I hope that recap should be serviceable enough for you to roughly understand the context. Right now, we're just investigating, looking for some evidence. A lot of this room is filled with a lot of Ace Attorney references, which is bad for you guys, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ace Attorney. You should be. It's a really good game series. Anyway. I did not mean to open that. All right, let's keep going.
Yes, he's young, but you can sense nonetheless a certain tragic refinement.
Dwarf, Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me?
Oh, of course.
This guy, man.
I love him.
It's a small bottle, one I've seen before.
Oh, that's all? Nothing else to add?
Well, no. What more did you want me to say?
Hold it. I've got to write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations.
Ugh. Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence.
That bottle is huge, by the way.
I know. Where are you keeping? What kind of gargantuan purse are you keeping that shit in? And she kept two, right?
Yeah, that's right. She did keep two. She gave one to Bad and kept one herself, I think.
Huge ass bottle.
A bottle of ink and a lantern, both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine.
But why? Why is this all stuff related to you doing here?
It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time. The duration of the case and no longer. Perhaps it's all nothing but a coincidence.
Seriously? A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth.
We must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too?
You want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in. This might take a while. I like how he just doesn't continue or acknowledge what's about to happen. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, a mannequin, huh? Wait, I know. All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right?
Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. Doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. My God. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here?
Obviously, it's here to model. Duh.
It's so gorgeous.
All right, I think that's everything in here for now. We'll do the deductions later. Anything else to investigate? Oh, we gotta talk to Emma. What am I doing?
Ask me anything. I'm all ears.
I can't believe they suspect poor Kay.
It's outrageous.
I couldn't agree more, but the best thing we can do right now is stay calm and look for clues.
Except, I've been scientifically processing the situation, and I think I've come up with a better idea.
Give up.
Call it quits now. Let's go home. Let's bring her with us. Let's change our names, fly to another country, and live happily ever after.
We'll live in Bulgaria.
We'll even bring Gumshoe with us as our dog. Maybe we should administer some carefully targeted electric shocks directly to Kay's brain. What do you say? Might just be the thing to bring her memory back online.
That sounds more than a little risky. Sounds incredibly risky, in fact. Personally, I'm still of the opinion that searching this room for clues is the better option.
Really? But a little risk is what science is all about.
Yes, a little being the operative phrase.
What's the point of science if you can't science? I'm back for a little while to interpret my professor, but I'm still mostly based in Europe. Gotta keep studying until I'm in the finest forensics investigator under the sun.
Well, very glad.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, I said until I'm in the finest. I'm sorry. I'm a whatever.
I didn't even hear your slip up, so you're fine.
I'm very glad to hear you say that. Dedication to one's chosen field is a student's greatest responsibility.
It sure is, but I don't want to get ahead of academically. I'm just trying hard at sports too,
Oh.
especially that one that they have at school athletic meets. Yeah, you know the one.
There are quite a few to choose from.
It's huge over there, and unlike here, it's considered a real hardcore sport for adults. That's right, I'm talking about glasses battles. You hasn't heard of those, right?
What?
Me, never. Not even once.
Glasses battle awarded. Are you kidding me, man?
I love the achievements. This is Kay's pin, right?
It is. It's one of her most prized possessions, and yet she doesn't even remember it.
Huh. Maybe it just needs a bit more pizzazz. I could customize it a little. What do you think? A pink ribbon here, a white feather there. We can have it look pretty in no time.
Thank you, but I think we better leave it as it is. Lest we confuse Kay and her memories any further.
Or that. Alright, let's keep going.
I love my little babies. Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden icebox. Holy shit, Alice. Yeah, the chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping.
I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in?
No way. Is that what this box is? Is it the box from the second game where all the clothes and the body was in? Or am I crazy?
You're crazy, because
Okay.
it doesn't look it doesn't look like that, I don't think.
The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away.
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess you could look at it that way too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for summer, right?
Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see.
Bunch of trophies and oh, look! Someone left a walkie-talkie here!
Is that D Killer's walkie-talkie?
That's what I was gonna say.
It looks to me like it was put there deliberately. Or like it's on display, to be honest.
Hey, there are batteries in here too. It could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind it if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station afterward.
Somebody's starting to sound like a certain great thief.
Oh my god, please, they gotta come together.
I hope so.
The statue!
What is it? Got some new data for me?
Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence. It's called the Alfred statue. And there were two of them. A real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places.
Hello, anti-flow
This
condition.
is the real one. An old case, huh? Guess you've worked on a bunch of different... Uh-huh.
What?
Hold on. Give me a, give me a,
Lot of goddamn
one?
heart.
This is a lot to process. Why are we taking pictures of him like this?
All right, where's Larry? I'm gonna lose my mind, bro.
It is so hot in my room. Hold up. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start thinking
You want me to do her?
how I'm gonna do all of these voices.
I can do her if you want.
If you want to, I feel like it would help, especially if like Tabby and her are in the same scene. I don't know
Oh
if
my
they
god!
are.
Imagine Tabby pops out and is like, ha ha ha.
Like if they're in the same, like I don't know if they're gonna be in the same scene. If they are, you can take her.
I'll take Lotto. I'll take Lotto. Gotcha. I'm gonna tune it. It's gonna take a second. Got in the act red dang handed. Get you there, Tomcat covered in cream.
Ah!
No, my eyes! Stop that at once!
Ain't no stopping my snapping. Not till I got every dang detail and then some.
Oh no, I did. God, I'm like trying to remember what I did for Justice for All.
I can do it if you want.
Do you want to try? Go ahead.
Yeah. Y'all think I'm gonna get a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get a shot? Think again. We're not criminals. Yeah, sure. Pull the other one. It got bells on.
Not this fucking theme, man.
I miss the happy people theme.
I hate this theme so much.
Why?
I don't like it. It's so grating.
This here's camera as a whole weapon of justice. It ain't about being hornswoggled in your cheap denials.
Oh, it's you.
You're what? You're that low-down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't you?
Who are you calling a low-down dirty jerk? This is Laura Hart, a photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with.
I forgot she was in the GL6 case
How
about his
did
dad.
you? That's like
Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever saw one.
Seems I didn't leave the best of impressions on her either.
Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful all I want for you is a couple pictures. But we're just here to investigate. Sure you are. By investigate, you mean pull the wool over Lotta's mild-wide eyes. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me.
It didn't hurt to try, I guess, but we're probably better off leaving her alone for now.
what in the
I'm
world?
so happy that they keep just showing us new guys.
Returning guys, rather.
I want to see Adrian Andrews, but that's a stretch.
Honestly, yeah, we got
I just like her. You said the statue is a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right? It's pretty weird looking, I have to say.
And so does the Alfred statue.
The what?
The Alfred statue.
But it says right here it's called the Alfred statue. Alfred.
What are you muttering about?
Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we?
This case is an instant 10 out of 10. This case is great. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
They really knew how to, like, make this. Whoa! That's one heck of a desk. Wonder who it belonged to.
There are 4 male figures acting as legs holding up the table in the center. It's hideously cringy. And it doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around.
Is this from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations with such an ostensibly awful taste. At least, I don't think there was.
Oh, you know what?
Why is this marked as sold?
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
we might not. I feel like if we're gonna get anyone else, since we saw Penny, we might see Willpowers again.
You're telling me we can't investigate this?
Okay.
Willpowers again?
Yes.
Sorry, I was very focused on the statue and the suitcase and the painting. Sorry, I really wanted to investigate them. It's fine. I'll cry about it.
Piles of banknotes just left out for all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say?
No way! These are $100 bills. That's a fortune right there.
Lots of money. Piles of money were left in the storeroom. Some kind of deal?
Deal or no deal? How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please, Emma. I don't even want to think about it.
Where did my puzzle go? Oh my god, did I just get rid of my puzzle? Oh, I'm gonna cry.
You should be able to. You just find it in your history, like your tab history, and just reload
Oh god, I was logged in.
it. Okay.
What is that giant head thing?
It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. I remember the case well. But how did they even get it up here?
Holy shit, Gumshoe's little doo 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 doo.
How did that get there? Poor Gumshoe.
Sorry, I should have
That's
probably like worded that way better.
A little dancing figure. Go ahead.
Mrs. Monkey? That doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremembered it somehow?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. As if I'd ever make such a mistake.
That's definitely the name of it. Edgeworth is
No,
right.
it's Mr. Monkey.
It's Mrs. Monkey, no?
It's always been Mr. Monkey.
Really?
Yes. That's why when he said Mrs., I was like, what?
Let's boot it up. I'm kidding.
I'll search it up. I'll search it up just in case.
You don't, it's okay. You don't have to.
What's the name of the area? The steel.
It's the first game's third case.
I know.
Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick foreplate, sturdy supports. At a rough estimate, I'd say they could hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth.
Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough.
You say that, but you pack yourselves in tight and just enough, and I think you might just do it.
I really don't think so. Anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. We can theorize about the elevator once we're done.
Maybe you're right. 5. 45, Mr. Edgeworth. 48 tops.
Thanks for the unit of measure. Let's start with Fender, and then we'll move back to the left. Oh boy, this whole experience is enough to boggle a guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms, damsels in distress.
I found it. It's Mr. Monkey.
Oh, okay. I remember
And Mr.
someone
Edgeworth
saying
has
Mrs.
been
Monkey.
Mrs. Yeah, that was
I think it's
Edgeworth because we saw
Vasquez?
this stat. No. Vasquez specifically says Mr. Monkey. The thing is, when we see this head again, either in the last game or this game, and we refer to it as Mrs. Monkey. Oh yeah, we saw it during Turnabout Ablaze. That's why.
Really? Oh wow.
Yes, because we were like looking at the Steel Samurai, and that was like the icon of the thing, and Edgeworth's like, "Oh, Mrs. Monkey,"
Ah, okay.
and I was like, "What? Transitioned monkey? What happened?"
It's just Edgeworth's head's canon. It's got the
He's
LUT.
really bad at things.
Could you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender?
Hey, I can try. No, but seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing.
It's all Kay I'm worried about. It's you.
Alright, we can talk to Kay. Oh.
Bendy.
Has something changed about Kay? What the heck, man? Alright, I guess we're talking. Well, let's check if Emma has anything new. Yeah, there you go.
Miss Hart sure seems to have a grudge against you, Mr. Edgeworth. Low down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor. She really wasn't holding back.
We've met a few times, on one case in particular. But let's not let her attitude and sudden appearance distract us from the job at hand. We just need to gather all the facts and apply the principles of logical reasoning. By following my methods, the truth will present itself soon enough. Low down, dirty journalists notwithstanding.
Don't take this the wrong way, but did her calling you a low down dirty jerk get to you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, it totally did. It totally did.
So, what are y'all doing snooping around fishy old place like this anyhow? Why are you here?
I think it's us who should be asking you that.
Me, I'm in for the truth. For the good of society. And for little old me, of course. I'm what you call I'm at what
Take your time. You got it.
I'm what you might call a photographer for the people. Snapping here, snapping there, snapping every danged where.
I'll just leave you to it then. We can't talk once you've gotten it out of your system later.
I guess we're done with her for now. Let's do some deductioning.
This be related to the evidence somehow. Kay was carrying it.
Huh?
I forgot he says Eureka.
Eureka! Kay was carrying a gem and ninja mask when she was found. But it looks like it might have originally come from this hook.
Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis. Which would mean that Kay was really here?
As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis, but why?
Did she come to steal something maybe? There's all kind of stuffs in here.
Because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. Let's examine all of these in detail.
Oink.
Could this be related to the evidence somehow? The outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly.
That is an insanely thick layer of dust, by the way. Like it literally makes like a rim.
True.
I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from.
Which would mean the candelabrum. The candelabrum. The candelabrum. That thing was evidence from another case?
It certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from this storeroom.
Is that really all we got to say about that? No evidence?
What if like the
court
candelabrum is from a case that with Connis? Which is why we don't know about it, because Connis was also a case we didn't know of until, you know.
Yeah. That's a possibility. Possibility indeed. Alright, I think it's time to maybe re-talk with Lotta. If not, we're puzzling. Anything new to say, Buttercup? Nope. Alright, it's on a puzzle. Checking again. Alright. Gee, what am I putting together? Clap.
We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags, along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods.
Shady deals on hidden 51st floor? This is big. Has to be, right?
I think it might be, but we need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here.
If only there was an eyewitness we could interview.
An eyewitness, huh?
Maybe a certain lot of heart.
She's right behind me, isn't she?
Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart?
Is it the same as before? No, it's different.
Me? No, she says this. I'm a
For the
photographer for the people. For the people?
If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence, trafficking scheme here in the storeroom.
Oh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. I love her little 3DS. What? How'd you all figure that out?
It's actually closer to a DSi or a DS Lite.
Please stop talking.
Sorry.
And yes, a DSi would probably
It's a
be more
DS Lite
accurate.
because there's no camera.
Me when I'm a party pooper. Yes, it means I don't have to tippity-toe around it anymore. One of my sources told me on the down low about an underground auction.
What? So all the items here.
Was sold to the highest bidder. Folks were slinging money around like it's gone out of fashion.
I love her vernacular.
I didn't come here for myself, of course. Get the eyes on my subject, you know. Shoulda heard tales of my contractors telling. Taller than 2 trees, or so I thought at first. Anyhow, Wasn't about a write-up of based up on hearsay alone. Sorry, I'm trying my best to keep to her voice, but I keep forgetting every word I speak.
You can lean into the whole like country accent harder if you want. That'll make it easier to stick
It's
to.
really hard to. So yesterday I snuck behind the trash here statues and fell into the way.
You know, they don't slur their words, granted.
Yeah, I'm slurring my words because I'm struggling.
Aw.
Been started late down out here and carried on right on through the break of dawn. Fuck.
So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence.
I think not.
We'll present the pin for fun.
Hey, I know that pin.
It belongs to the real Yatagarasu. You may be interested to learn that.
You're kidding, right? That story's older than my grandpa's drawers. I need something more relevant, you know? Something that'll hit hard and boggle minds.
And would you go so far as to fabricate information in order to boggle minds, as you put it?
What do you think I am, huh? No, I'll just spice it up a little. Add a couple bells, maybe some whistles, who knows? Even a cherry on top if the mood takes me.
That's the very definition of fabrication.
It's based on that.
Well, party pooper. Dirty deals in a secret storeroom. Talk about a story.
Was there anything else on sale apart from the items of evidence in this room?
Sure, there was regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing.
What way are shady artworks regular exactly?
But the evidence is a bigger draw for us, sure. Reckon they'll... hold on. Reckon they were selling them faster than crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor shop. And I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart? Well, you say the main event was down below. I had to try to see what I could scoop from up here.
Haven't been up there since yesterday. I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then.
It was an underground affair, like I said, so no folks wasn't giving exactly much away. All them customers came down one at a time from all the roof up there. Threw on masks just as soon as they got down to the ladder, and that ain't all. They had voice changer doodads on them, see? Teeny tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind.
Oh, we can't inspect it. Damn it. I wanted to see if it was actually there.
It's so you couldn't see their real faces and you couldn't hear their real voices. Surreptitious all head. You mean help?
Surreptitious?
Surreptitious.
Yeah, surreptitious.
Right?
Yeah.
No, that's what you.
I know. I realized halfway through saying that.
I surely do. Sweet, sweet surreptitude.
Also not a word.
Anywho, once they had their gear on, they went on downstairs.
Oh, the elevator.
And then came in the next one. When they're coming to leave, they all had done the same thing, but in reverse. Up and came again, one by one. By one. By one. By one. By one. Mask's back on the hook and the ladder and away. Whoa, that's a serious operation.
Masks. A selection of various masks was kept on a rack. Each participant in the auction wore one. Got it down in my organizer.
And how many participants were there? Oh my god.
Dude, I wish they had a masking the mask.
That would be cool.
It's a mask of masking the mask.
This is your line, by the way.
Oh, 11 altogether. I counted them when they came down the ladder.
Auction, entry, and exit. Participants entered the storeroom one by one from the roof. They also left one by one through the storeroom and up to the roof.
Do. I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know.
You didn't. Where were you?
Well, when I first got here, yeah, you know what? That ain't important right now.
So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning.
Anywho, I watched all them folks come in from a spine spot there in the shadows.
I see. So you were watching from behind the statue.
They used that their elevator to get down below. And once they was all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek on what's going on.
You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath?
No, they sent it back up. There's a little peeky hole if you knew where to look. Elevator don't quite sit flush with the floor, you see.
Oh, it doesn't.
And if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang.
Did you catch sight of who was in charge?
Alright, sure, I guess it did. It ain't half good of a story if you don't get a glimpse of who's the evil ringleader after all.
I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them?
Y'all should know I came here to get me an exclusive.
Brother, we're
You know
not.
what rhymes with the word exclusive? That evil guy that I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Excelsius?
Yeah.
That doesn't rhyme with
I've
exclusive.
been like reading his name as exclusive.
How do you do that? Also hard. I don't know how to tell you this.
We're not news reporters.
And an exclusive if you ain't getting much. Spill
try
the
again.
beans already.
Try again.
It ain't an exclusive, ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already.
I see. So you don't actually know anything about them.
You think that's why she won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess.
You got me. Couldn't see if I was a man or a woman, a kid or an old timer. Nothing.
What were they wearing? Did you see that at least?
Sure, white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on their lapel. Them three things is what I remember. But what good's a description of the outfit if I don't got a clue who was wearing it?
So this ringleader disguises their identity too, just like everybody else?
Yes, sirree. Mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards.
They were wearing one of the masks. Which one?
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, this guy, Servin.
Zervin? What kind of name is that?
Seriously, Mr. Enter, you've never heard of Zervin? There's a global hero of Anya... Hold on. Anya Capon, Arch's nemesis.
It's okay.
Who hasn't heard of Zervin the Time Lord?
I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all?
No, I dang well didn't. Which kind of scooches my scoop.
Scotches?
Scooches. It scooches my scoop. Scoop it, the scoop. Scoop it, the scoop. This whole mess been nothing but a snipe hunt. I should have never come.
Ringleader's appearance. Ringleader wore a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower and a mask. Age and gender could not be discerned. Jot down in my organizer.
We know of somebody who was dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart.
Swoop with the scoop with the scooper. Whoop with the pooper.
You said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct?
Sure did. Don't ask me why they dressed up like a peacock on parade day, but they was.
Is this the outfit you saw?
Well, holy smokes, it sure as hell was. But wait. So the big cheese is dead?
Hey, look at that. We helped out your scoop.
All we know is that she is the victim in the case we're investigating.
Her name was Rosie Ringer.
Ringer.
Ringer? Oh, my bad. Do you know her?
No. So the ringleader was a lady?
Ah,
Man,
Ringer.
I'm catching a few feels here. Wasn't that just slippery stank dang heel? Throw me off of a man's jacket like that.
I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically. But
Oh my
setting that
god.
Yeah?
She knows about the buttons on the jacket and which one makes a man and which one makes a woman.
Apparently.
Maybe a few people do know. She is cultured.
Me when I buttoned my jacket the other way. Sorry guys, I'm transitioning.
Trans buttoning.
But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we discovered something vital to the case. Namely that the underground auction was shared by none other than our victim.
So somebody done bumped off the boss, huh? That's what's happening.
When what was happening?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Y'all just going about your business now. No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious my foot. I told y'all, it's nothing. And you won't get nothing more out of me than that.
Wait, so there is more.
How many dang times do I gotta tell you? It ain't nothing, okay? I ain't saying nothing either way.
You know, we haven't done in a while.
Aw, you can't just tell us a little more? Pretty please? I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist. G-U-R, whatever, a news hound. A scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in, that's how the game is played.
We're not reporters!
Tell you more, heck, I done told y'all too much already. Wait, what if I examine some fingerprints for you? Pro bono! What kind of cockamine or thank you is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled. I wanna tell you gotta dig it up yourselves, just like I had to. Okay, she isn't gonna talk to either of us.
Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her.
Why
She
did
may
you
not give
say
up
that
the
like
information.
he's about to like stab her? Oh, I will, Emma. Watch.
She may not give information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to.
What is y'all doing? Holy shit.
Let's start by observing our opponent.
I ain't telling y'all nothing. You hear? No, quit wasting my time before I really blow a fuse. I'm about to blow a fuse.
As you've seen, she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead whenever possible.
I'm getting too into Lada. This is just, she's just too fun.
She is fun, right?
I won't have much time to think, so I need to be swift and decisive. This heart is definitely hiding something from me. So my first move is to discover what that something is.
Mind chess. Commence.
I need you to tell me everything you know. And don't you dare leave anything out.
Go jump in the creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You got nothing to do with me. Nor with me. With you either. Neither. What?
I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. Better try another tack. I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Just calm down and try to talk reasonably.
I am call you Daniel. Leastways, I will be here just as soon as y'all stop yanking my dang chain. That's better. Being a news hound's all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see?
Speaking of news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase, similar to your own, in fact.
Oh, yeah? She spoke a little like me, huh? Guess I could have been someone I know.
Her name is Tabby Lloyd. If I had closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me about somebody she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she?
Oh, so you met Tabby, huh? Well, ain't that something? Where'd y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, reckon. Wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side. Bring her into like that, you sneaky snake.
That's
Ooh, you
interesting.
nearly had me, too.
Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her loyal guard a little. I think you can use that to our advantage. I need you to tell me everything you know. We already heard this already, though. Time to pull my clue. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact.
Aw.
Yeah, well... Guess it does seem kind of cold for me to say that you know her pretty good. I don't want poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's behind.
Good. You'll tell us what you know.
Fine, see, it's like this. Got me a Wait, well, am I thinking, damn, Lada, you can't let him bamboozle you that easy.
What was that about a scoop?
the scoop, the boop of the scoop, forget it, it was nothing.
You were on your way to school, weren't you?
How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is.
Ugh. All right, you got me scoop, a big one. I can't just go blabbing about it to y'all. I got bills to pay.
She may be hiding. She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of her somehow. We should know the details of this scoop.
With a scoop.
She's quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Now that we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her. This scoop of yours. Does that have something to do with the auction?
You know what? I clean forget.
When you try to infiltrate an underground auction, it only stands to reason that you observe something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about?
I don't know what to tell you. I've got any or nothing.
If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you did hear the sound of something? Something during your time in this room?
Well, see, that's there wasn't nothing really, just a little noise is all. Don't even make a page 16. Forget I mentioned it. Please forget I mentioned it.
So something happened during the auction, and that made a noise of some kind. This could be a valuable clue. Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it?
Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I learned it from that layer guy.
Which is it? This is important.
All right. You don't gotta holler at me like that. I'm not shameful or nothing. Snuck into some undercutting undercover reporting.
You sneaking in is a problem. That's funny.
I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime. Oh, we got her angry.
Hey, you did the exact same thing, genius. Oh, but I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that.
Oh, she doesn't know.
Let's not mention the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we?
Still, I don't amount to a whole lot of beans. Hello, beans? Right, there's still folks out there who've done way worse. Murder for one, next to murder, trespassing, tired of nothing.
So you committed a murder?
So you killed someone.
From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather that your scoop has something to do with a homicide.
No, I was just talking all hypothetical like. You know, about murder being the big one and all. And nothing worse than murder.
Not the most skillful evasion I've heard in my career.
Look, I done told you, okay? I snuck into the auction. I'll cop to that. But murder, I don't know nothing about no murder. See nothing and hear nothing. Scout's honor.
Time to deploy my clue. You told me you heard something during the auction. You claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been. Otherwise, why remember it? I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it was the cry of a murder victim.
How do you keep doing that? Stop. All right, it's true. I want to smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but it was an accident. All that you're getting out of me. Won't be no scoop left otherwise. Leave some ice cream for me.
The murder Miss Hart witnessed. It must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Perhaps we should finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim. I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this. I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important.
Wish I could help y'all, but I don't rightly recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you, sorry. I mean, look at me. I can't even get my facts straight half of the time.
Don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. Better try another tack. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me.
Ain't nothing to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already.
I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning either. Better try another tack. You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true?
Y'all calling me a liar now? Hooey, I'm mad. I'm real mad.
I'm the one who should be angry.
I'm a journalist. How am I supposed to sell folks stories if folks can't trust that I'm telling the truth? I got a truth nuke, you know? I got me a motto. Faster than anybody, honester than everybody. Truth nuke, truth bomb.
Motto? You mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
A motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear it in mind.
All right, so the motto was like, faster than anybody, honester than anybody. Okay.
Be honest, Miss Hart.
Oh, okay. It's this one. Okay.
I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important. It's vitally important that you remember that we already had this conversation.
Hey, did we?
Yeah.
Time to pull my clue. I can't imagine that being so vague on the facts is a trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story.
Oh, well, you see.
It seems your so-called information is also credible after all.
Look, there was a murder, and I was there, and I can prove it. What are you grumbling about? He's so
You can
fucking
prove it,
mad.
can you? How?
I've got it right. Wait, you heard that? You heard that? I was... Whoa, what? I was talking to myself. What? Don't think nothing. Who said that? Must have been the wind.
She's still hiding something. It's a very vital clue. I need to use it to maximum effect. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me, and I have a clue to prove it. Time to deploy
you
my
don't.
clue. I know you've been keeping something from me. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the base of a story you're hoping to sell.
Ugh. Dang it, all the heck. Give me a break, will ya? I'll come clean, okay, if that's what you want, right? Here, I done snap me a photo. Happy now? You better be, because I'm not. I'm very mad.
And that's checkmate.
Check what?
Mind chess. Checkmate.
Can't believe I let that happen. I can't believe you played chess with me and I don't even know checkers. Betrayed by my own big mouth.
Well, it happened. So it's time to tell us everything.
I saw the whole thing, watched the auction from start to finish. But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures too.
Hopefully the shutter wasn't that goddamn loud.
Yeah, about that. So, like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. They was all shouting out bids and somebody'd win something and bam! Down comes the hammer. Like Verity. Heads up on upstairs and pay, shout old Ringlinger, and then the old thing starts all over again. Anyhow, as soon as that happened, I had to think quick, so that's when I ran behind there, statue and hid.
And who was it that eventually appeared?
Didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure whoever placed that winning bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold hard cash. Oh, I love cash. Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
Not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps.
Anyhow, the deal was settled with your bills up there. There are two people yabbering for a little while.
Wait, so two people came up on the elevator.
You betcha. My guess is the other one was our friend, the ringleader. Anyway, yabber, 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 and then it goes for a little while, and then a scream. Just like that. Well, it shook me up pretty good, so I hunkered down my hind place and tried to stay out of sight.
So you didn't see the moment of the murder?
Calmly. No, but I heard it real good. You trying to help whoever was being attacked? Quit trying to be funny, girly. I don't see you none. Stupid. I'm just a dang little journalist all on a lonesome. Y'all, you think I was trying to jump in and save the day?
Dainty.
Anyhow, there was a bunch of rustling sound. Right about when that happened, I got a feeling pretty bad about what I'd done. That makes sense, I guess. After all, I didn't remember to get out my camera and even stop a single picture. Scoop like that drop in my lap and I miss it. Somebody ought to tan my hide. Anyway, time goes by and it's kind of clattering noise. I ain't thinking, gotta get it this time. So I grab it real quick from the shelves there.
Can we see this photograph?
No. Oh, do I have to? Here.
Of course.
That's
That's the person in the red raincoat. The one who attacked Kay.
so Kay's raincoat assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom, then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay.
Miss Hart's picture. A photograph of the mysterious figure in the red raincoat. Jotted down in my organizer.
There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim?
Weird, huh? I wanted the same thing.
Probably on the floor.
Or two people, but there was only one in the shot I got. I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room either. But there's the kill.
Yeah.
That's the killer, alright. At least Wes, I'm pretty sure it is.
So are we saying the victim disappeared?
Disappearing victim. It's possible the murder happened
You know
in the
who
storeroom
else
during
has
the
a
auction.
red outfit? Big Winner. Big Winner has a
I don't know if he has a hood.
Well, that's true.
I mean, it could. I won't put it past him.
How do you know it was the killer just by looking?
Because it literally, they're literally red-handed with blood. How else could what? How else would that get there, dumbass? I thought you was a prosecutor.
We were having spicy hot Cheetos.
You was hungry. And the auction just carried on after that. Yeah, sure did. And they went right along like nothing that happened.
They were just like,
Cheeto
"Oop,
hands and everything.
excuse me." Stepped over the body.
Rich folks' raiders in a big box of frogs. Never understand how they think.
Funny. I find journalists struggle to understand as well.
Miss Hart's statement. Miss Hart's observations about what happened during the mysterious auction. Jotted down in my organizer. All right, I think it's definitely time to puzzle, but let's talk to Emma first because she probably has something to say.
Ask me anything. I am all ears.
Just kidding, we got nothing to talk about.
Okay.
We'll do one quick scan of the room and then we'll puzzle up. No one has anything new to say. Okay.
I love Tanera's suitcase. I miss her.
I guess these.
Baby.
Huh?
My sweet baby Tanera.
Tenera. That means multiple people saw the body. Hands are so freaking sweaty and sticky. It's annoying.
The storeroom was the actual scene of the crime. You'd expect the body to have been up here at some point as well.
Well, yeah.
But think back to what Miss Hart told us about how the customers left the auction. Do you remember?
Of course, they came up from downstairs, back through the storeroom, and oh!
Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it?
Hidden body. The body was hidden so the auction's participants who were leaving wouldn't spot it. My God.
Emma, if you would mind putting your skills to work for me now.
I'd love to. Just say what you need and I'll get right on it.
Very well. I'd like you to check for blood residue. A luminal test, in other words.
Sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science.
She has a whole motto when she's about to do science, just like Kay has a whole thing about being the thief with the knife.
I've never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before.
Alright, how about we test that ladder over there first?
Based on what Miss Hart's picture, I'd say the person in the red coat was about to climb it and make their escape. Which means there's a high chance of a positive result. To test an area, just press A. That'll spray a little luminol on it. And if you haven't seen on some blood, you'll see it react like this. Ugh. It still feels super raw to see it just happen to appear like that. It's like I'm gonna throw up. Anyways, that's a positive, but so faint. Spraying it a couple more times should be enough to really make it stand out. Yeah, that burned it out nicely. And made that feel much more real. Oh, I need a moment. Anyways, I think you've got the gist of how to look for blood traces now, right? I'm sure there's still some more blood, so why don't you give it a try?
Yeah, of course.
The mask. Please, please. I wanna look at the mask. So it was their left hand. I had to look at my hands.
Alright, well, that's the only hand that was covered in blood.
Wait, did they specify which hand?
You can see it in the picture.
You can?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I'll show it to you in a second.
And that's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find other places to test the luminol.
Here, I'll show you. The left hand is the one with blood.
Oh,
technically,
like the chat box is like.
Yeah,
the
it
chat
does. It
box
covers
is
it.
very dark.
All right, where do you want to scan with luminol? Here. Oh, I forgot to let you read it. I'm stupid.
What? You want to test here? Sorry, it's a negative.
I'll check everything for fun. Oh wait, there's more dialogue?
Ah, careful with that! You can't go spraying others with luminol.
I wasn't about to.
Oh, they moved to the side. Okay.
Let's spray them. Careful with that! You can't go spraying others.
Yeah, it's the same dialogue.
Stop assuming, my god.
What about her? Can you spray her? You wanna test there? Just spray some luminol on any place suspicious.
The floor? No. The floor? No.
The buttons?
Oh, no, the floor.
Oh. We got a positive. There's blood here. But, how come?
Probably because it's where the murder was actually committed, I'd say.
Oh, it looks like some kind of it dripped on the floor below, too.
Elevator blood. Blood was detected on the secret elevator. It looks like it dripped through to the floor below.
There's still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else we can find.
Let's look at the statue.
You want to test it there? Sorry, that's a negative.
I get it. It's okay.
You want to test there? Sorry, still no. You kind of suck at this. You want to test there? Whop, whop. Nothing. You want to test there? Guess what? Your favorite.
I get it.
You wanna... At least let me finish my line next time. But it's still negative.
All right, let's look at the thing that's actually right. Probably. I hope.
That's okay, just go ahead and do it. Just spray some luminol on any place suspicious.
I guess not here.
You know what? This looks like this is like foreshadowing for like Artie's death. Or from Artie's death, who also died in like a treasure box.
Not foreshadowing, but like a line of similarity.
Wait.
Not foreshadowing because this is in the present and that was in the past, and then
No.
also like we already played that part, so how would it be foreshadowing?
I'm saying that
Oh, you mean the other way
foreshadowed
around?
this. Yes.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
Anyways,
come
you're
on,
right.
there's a ton of family stuff being involved here, and I know that had
That
to
is
do with family
foreshadowing. It's more like a through line.
stuff. Wow.
Anyway, this is your line. Go for it.
Mr. Edgeworth! Blood!
But how could it have gotten there?
Blood! Maybe somebody put something with blood on it in the bed there?
They're derpy things. Closed box blood. Blood was detected in a closed box that was up for auction. Boom, boom, boom.
I think all the blood there is to be found. Kinda sucked at it though.
All right, then that concludes this phase of our investigation.
assuming it's all the same. All the same. Nothing new. All right, let's do some
AMA,
puzzle.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. And that is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it.
I wonder who won the box in the auction.
I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery.
Now hold your there. There ain't no way that blood could have been in there.
What do you mean?
And I took a look at that there box when I first got in here. Looked like just about the perfect size for a little hide and go seek if the need arose. Maybe it would have been if I could have opened it. But it was wrapped in chains and locked up tight. I ain't no escapologist.
You had it right like the second time. Escapologist.
Oh, I thought I read it wrong.
Escapologist.
Whatever. The murder happened just like a little after I scoped it out, so can't nobody have put no body in there.
Wrapped up in chains and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped up in chains any longer.
Huh? Well, slap my head and call me silly. I could have swore it was though.
Closed box. Box in which the killer hid the body. Traces of blood were detected inside. Jotted down in my organizer.
I think we've examined all we can now.
Great. Time to see what's waiting down below.
Shaking a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister.
Yes, Mr. Thunder?
We're about ready to move out, so I wanted you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost.
Of course. I'll be sure to stay close.
When did those two start getting along so well?
Because he's nice. Investigation complete.
And then the committee's all there, and they're like, "What?"
Oh,
fuck.
April 5th, 7:43 p.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber.
I mean, of course it's gonna be here. If we were in the 51st,
Yeah, there really is nowhere else you can go but down, huh?
Yeah, I was just kidding though. I was like, "Oh,
Whoa, what?
Mr. Edgeworth!
That is
And
quite
the
the
whole
entrance, huh?
This room.
this is the auction room? No, this is the committee chamber."
yeah. Way to drop right into my lap, K. Faraday. You've got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men. Arrest her right now.
Wait, but she's...
As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them out into the streets where they belong.
Lotta, you can't do this. This is going way overboard.
Yeah, what she said!
Miles, this isn't looking so good, I gotta say.
I really like this.
See how the blinding light of just... Yeah! Didn't even let me finish my sentence! I was gonna
don't
say the
care.
blinding light of justice shines on me! And I was
I
gonna
don't
like,
care.
laugh!
I don't care.
Ah!
Yeah!
What did I do?
You'll have to forgive me. You were just in the way. I'm attacked by a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor.
You weren't aiming for him, you were aiming straight at me!
Something keeps getting in the way. Something. I just unplugged my headphones. I can't hear anything.
Yeah!
Right there. I still can't hear anything though.
I'll wait.
Give me 1 second. I've become deaf. Deaf to Prosecutor Franziska.
Oh, R.I.P. She's deaf. Rest in silence.
I secured a victory, but at what cost?
This is so good. You gotta love Franziska.
Right there. I've returned. I can hear.
Franziska!
So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor?
I still believe Kay to be innocent.
I'm not supposed to care what you believe. You no longer have the right to an opinion. I am Franziska von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you chose to stop by giving up your badge. And so, our game has already come to an end.
My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped. I simply cleared the way ahead. And now, I'm free to follow that road, all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed. I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was.
La la. My tongue.
You seem to think you know what lies ahead at the end of the road to the truth. In that case, I demand you show me. I'll explain my current theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. Oh, look at me, I'm so pretty!
Franziska's current theory.
The victim used her key card and enter. Why was
Oh.
that so delayed? Sorry, the audio was delayed for me, I think, maybe.
I don't. Audio synced.
It was like really.
It was just
I don't know.
it was just a delayed sound effect. I don't know.
The victim used her key card and entered this chamber with her killer. She was then stabbed with a cannon by the culprit and subsequently died as a result.
Say it with me now. Candelabrum.
Candelabrum.
Good enough.
We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. And we know the location of the murder is right here in the committee's trial chamber.
There's way too many things wrong with that.
The blood on the floor is this room. The blood on the floor in this room proves my theory. Game, set, and match, Miles Edgeworth. QED.
I have
For
no
question, erection, and dictation. She
This is
seems
you.
pretty confident, huh?
idea. She doesn't like the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. And I gotta say, I can dig that vibe. I can even give her a no hard feel. Ah!
Pathetic. Well, Miles Edgeworth, what do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really have found the road to the truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me towards it.
I'll be very happy to. Settle in, Franziska. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence.
My god. It's a long ass word. Rebuttal.
Incontroversial.
Franziska's current theory.
And you're sure the data from the security system is accurate?
That data's just like me, perfect in every way. There's no room for doubt on either front.
Well, your theory is far from perfect. I suppose I'm not going to change your mind on this so easily, am I?
Correct. As I said, the victim entered the room with her killer.
Then sat with the camera with the culprit and this suddenly died as a result. Also true.
And the stab wounds she sustained are a perfect match with the candelabrum in question.
3 wounds inflicted by metallic spikes of some kind, in 3 places simultaneously. Ugh, my nose.
Okay.
Even if you have to agree, there aren't many objects that could do that. Furthermore, Grandma Hertz confirmed the murder weapon in her report.
Then, there's absolutely no doubt in your mind that it was the candelabrum.
None whatsoever. As for the culprit,
We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. Debatable, but I can't, push against it.
Have you managed to prove conclusively that the letter found on the victim was sent by Kay?
I wasn't aware that there was any doubt on that front. Are you suggesting it was a forgery? Well, if there was any doubt, there isn't any longer. Document analysis turned up nothing. Nothing to suggest the involvement of anyone other than the sender and the recipient, or any forgery.
Are you saying that they found Kay's prints?
No, only the victims.
Kay wears gloves, so that checks out. Well then, how can you say for sure that Kay did the deed?
Haven't you been listening? Document analysis found nothing to suggest that the letter was a forgery.
True. The proof of doubt is on us.
Face it, the letter was sent by Kay Faraday. A fact that more adequately proves the identity of the murderer.
We know the location of the murder is here in the committee trial chamber.
You can prove that the murder happened here in the committee chamber, I suppose.
Avon Karma is perfect in every way. Or did you forget that when you handed in your badge?
We get it. Oh my god. But on the floor,
I
of
mean,
this room
she's
for a second,
reasonably
you said
upset.
Match Miles Edge with QED. What does QED mean?
Has the blood been analyzed to see who it belongs to?
It has, and unsurprisingly, it was confirmed to be that of the victim.
And has it occurred to you that where it was found may not be where the murder in fact took place?
How quickly do you forget, Miles Edgeworth? Evidence is everything in the courtroom.
Wait, QDE? Sorry, I'm asking. Is that what the word is?
What? I don't know.
QDE.
QED.
Oh, ED?
Yeah, QED.
Oh, then I have no fucking clue.
Anyway, here's your line.
So please present the proof that the murder occurred elsewhere, or kindly stand down.
Proof that the murder occurred elsewhere, huh? This is in a courtroom, but that doesn't mean I can't give her the evidence she so clearly desires.
She makes a pretty waterweight argument, huh?
Watertight?
Oh. Yeah.
Perhaps, but she doesn't know what we know.
Also you.
I am just finding out what it means. And
Oh,
so
okay.
It's based on like a Latin phrase that I can't read, which in short means which was to be demonstrated. I'll listen
interesting.
to what I found.
You're
Just read
right.
this.
We've got a certain scientific discovery up our sleeves.
And that discovery will show her the road to the road I found to the truth. My god, I had a stroke.
Here you go.
See what she
It's
said.
used to at the end of like a philosophical argument to indicate that the proof or argument is complete.
That's pretty fancy.
Right? It makes sense coming from her.
If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the goddess of justice statue.
Murder under the gaze of the divine. A brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer.
Except, that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. It's a blood
No.
stain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through to the room below. And the elevator it dripped down from.
Descends directly to the foot of the statue.
Ah, you noticed. You will agree that the murder cannot, in fact, have happened in this room. I put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterwards was she moved down here. The goddess of justice did not witness the murder. She witnessed the killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she smiling?
Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation.
What are you laughing about? Think this is funny? Murder? Really?
I'm sorry. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought.
Miss Ryder is anything but a fool, sir, and you know it. Ah!
I didn't ask your opinion, Gummy.
Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me? Or are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows that there was far more blood in here in the committee chamber than upstairs.
Ouch! Whipped and ignored again. Ah! I wish I could get some love too.
You're trying to tell me that all the blood dripped down from above, Miles Edgeworth? If it had, your storeroom stain would have need to be 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else.
That's magnificent and all, but how does the blood get up there?
You know, the elevator, guys.
As insightful as ever, Franziska, but you've played right into my hands.
How so?
You are correct. There's far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why?
A trifling detail in the face of my previous explanation.
Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some splatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you?
Apparently the victim was a super soaker and they went
Whoa, like some crazy fountain of blood? No way!
No way indeed. It's completely impossible. So how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amounts of blood observed? There was far more blood in the committee chamber than in the storeroom above because...
I'm crying at the no way, dude. Like, you're helping the wrong person here, Eustace. Keep going.
the weapon was removed here, which causes most of the blood to leak out.
It's just like the other case that Franziska was talking about.
Yeah.
The victim
With the
died.
shishishito.
Yeah, the shi.
Whatever.
The victim died of 3 stab wounds. Wounds that would have bled profusely.
Exactly, as proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this room.
But that doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said there wasn't much blood up there already. Yeah.
Silence, you half-baked hair-brained rookie.
Hey, hairbrain is a little... Ah!
The stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time.
Oh, I know, when the weapon is removed, right?
Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the 2 locations.
But why? What was the killer trying to do?
I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As we know, Miss Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create their elaborate setup.
But why would they have needed to do all of this in the first place?
Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secrets exposed.
Committee chamber blood. Blood found in the committee chamber. Was it placed there to hide the existence of the storeroom? Jot it down in my organizer.
Underground auction?
You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items up there tell quite a story. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night.
It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. How desperately you want to protect your friend.
There's something just beneath the surface of this case. Something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it.
It's quite hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth.
Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol and international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that the something I sense isn't related to any of this.
I'm very happy to learn that giving your badge didn't completely relieve you of your senses. Unlike Eustace over here, despite his badge, still having none of them. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way.
Sorry, sir. I just thought it might help, you know.
You did the right thing, Detective. So am I right, Franziska? Is this incident a part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar?
Wouldn't you like to know? But you don't need to, and so you won't.
Then, you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held here in this chamber.
Hey, y'all, if can I butt in for a second? Your victim over there, the lady in white. You! Hey, let a gal finish, will ya? No good button and pain in the you-know-what. Ouch! Well, this leopard sure ain't changed her spots.
Your testimony is not required, and neither is your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. You can't. Ow! You're a liar. That's what you are. You lied under oath at one time.
Seems like this Von Karma has not too fond of her, Miss Hart, huh?
I don't think she's her biggest fan, no.
What? She told Ringer, right? She was a member of this whole here committee. Well, she dressed exactly like the ringleader. Ow! Stop whipping me, dang it.
What is the meaning of all these interruptions? Miles Edgeworth, explain.
Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. It seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer.
But that would mean the victim was also the ringleader.
Now, how about we just calm down, sir?
Seems I have some new information to consider.
I feel like this is the second time we've had someone related to the smuggling ring get murdered. Am I crazy?
There was Abby Hicks, the...
Yeah. Oh, that was the Interpol agent. That guy was originally supposed to look
There was
into
the
it.
Interpol agent. There was the guy that worked, Lauren's father. There was...
A lot of people keep dying related to this shit, huh?
What's his name? Manny Cochin.
Yeah, there's Manny Coach. Yeah, there's a lot of people dying related to this goddamn ring. It's almost like there's like some counter force or some third party participating here.
Conus, and
That actually is a pre.
Simeon and Bronco and stop it!
You could have just stopped at Conus and I would have given it to you.
But I want those guys. I know those guys are related. I'm telling you.
Anyway, let's keep going. Maybe they will be.
What else? It's okay.
No, you could be right.
wrong.
I don't know. I just don't believe it personally.
Then I'm probably wrong, honestly.
No. Have some faith. A little faith. I doubt you because I doubt you.
Well, yeah, that's enough to put down on myself.
No. I doubt. Like, don't take my doubting like as serious. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's totally no. I'm probably wrong. Like,
no, you could be
99%
right. You could be
wrong.
right. You could be right.
I might be right all the time, but I'm taking a wild ass gander. So, I don't know.
Anyway, let's keep going.
It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction. And to arrest the head of its operation, the auctioneer.
But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead. I guess that means your journey here today was wasted.
I suppose it does. Nonetheless, I, Franziska von Karma, refuse to leave empty-handed. Time for a rematch, Miles Edgeworth.
Fine by me. You may find that your whip will go sorely underused this round.
Don't say
Franziska's
that.
latest
She's
theory.
gonna feel it.
Fine, I accept your little explanation. That would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes. In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was an auctioneer, and the culprit was an attendee. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place.
Does that mean the person who bought something like probably also stole something, and that something's gonna come back to like haunt us maybe in the 5th case?
Maybe.
Or this case?
Maybe. Potentially.
Woo! Did I read this? I don't think so.
Nope.
They then stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise. The
You literally had it. Candelabrum.
candelabrum?
Candelabrum.
I was just uncertain.
Nah, I don't blame you.
There. Does that about sum it up? Because I won't be accepting rebuttals.
I'm afraid you might have to. There's a serious hole in your testimony.
Oh. There is? I didn't spot any. Good thing you're one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright then, time to fight back. You have to win this for us.
And I will. Try to take Franziska's testimony to task.
I'm so happy all the girls are interacting. I don't know, it makes me
That's
so
great.
giddy.
Rebuttal.
I missed them.
Franziska's latest theory.
It's a game theory.
Okay, this is gonna be a funny dialogue. I can already tell.
You conceded that point rather easily. I can't help but be suspicious.
I'm not in the habit of denying facts that are readily supported by evidence.
That's all there is to it. You were able to show that the murder actually took place in the storeroom.
Oh. I was expecting Edward to rub it in a little bit. Because the murder is something connected to the auction.
Then how exactly did you come to that conclusion?
Members of the members of the big building staff were questioned extensively, but none mentioned a secret storeroom. It seems its existence was known to only a handful of people.
And of course, that storeroom was where the items that were to be sold in the auction were being kept.
Very good. Which suggests a link between knowledge of the storeroom and involvement in the auction.
And the photographers do believe the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was the attendee.
So you believe that the victim and the ringleader were one and the same?
I do. And the murderer was.
Why are you asking her this? You just said the exact same thing yourself, dummy.
So I did,
Stupid.
but I was merely confirming Franziska's reasoning in order to...
Oh, don't give me that horse feed. You get caught saying something stupid, I'll give you a little laugh and move on with your day.
The murderer was the one with the auction attendees.
What? You got no notes for your friend here after a little performance of his?
Of course. Assuming that a friend, the photographer's words, could be trusted.
Can't quite tell if they love or hate one another.
Anyway, the more relevant point is how the culprit actually carried out their plan.
Killer lie in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place.
How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
I missed her objection. Yes, hiding someplace. And if you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know that there are plenty of places to hide too.
So you're saying that the killer was hiding out of sight while they awaited the victim's arrival?
I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself. She would surely have needed to be present throughout the proceedings.
She thinks it happened afterward. Would you mind adding that statement to your testimony, Franziska?
We can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded.
After the auction had ended, you say? And you're sure of that?
If the victim was the auctioneer, I don't see how else it could have happened. Do you?
I mean, she's right. You can't really have an auction without an auctioneer.
No, you can't, can you? Or does that suddenly feel significant?
He then stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candle.
How do you know that the candelabrum was one of the auction lots?
Because if the murder weapon had been deliberately prepared beforehand, it seems highly unlikely that the killer would have chosen such an unusual object. Furthermore, based on culprit's movements, the candelabrum could have only come from the storeroom.
We did find evidence that showed where it was standing, I guess.
Exactly. Therefore, it could only have been something that was up for sale. Not that the issue of where the killer obtained the weapon is really the point here.
It's a reasonably coherent explanation of events on the surface, but something's off. I need to see if I can tease a little more out of her.
La, 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 la.
Okay, so we know the murder happened after. I'm just trying to remember what exactly. Okay, let me see here. This auction held items were on sale. 11 attendees were on the mass. Auction continued even after the murder occurred. Well.
It seems you're one step behind yet again, Franziska.
How so?
The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is the statement Miss Hart gave us.
Well, if she made it, then it's not worth the air she used to say it. I done told you I'm a journalist, Gambit. My world of ow!
Did I ask you to open your mouth?
Oh boy, ouch!
Calm down and listen for a second, Franziska. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder, and she confirmed that the auction continued even after the murder had occurred.
You better do. It went on like nothing happened at all.
How would that have been possible without an auctioneer, It wouldn't. So you see, the victim couldn't have been the auctioneer. She was one of the attendees.
No!
As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer, because she had been pushed down the hatch by our assailant and knocked unconscious by that time. So then, who was the victim really?
Right, well, the auction carried on after the murder.
The victim must not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee.
That's enough.
I know that sound all too well.
Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman. Boo.
Oh, there's no need for all that pomp and circumstance, Verity. Please, everyone, feel free to call me Excelsius. Yes, that'll do nicely.
No.
All right, Celsius, what are you doing here?
Oh, I just stopped by to see how my boneheaded boy was getting along.
Stop.
They say there are all sorts of families, but I'm not sure these two are what they meant.
I thought I might need to light a fire under this investigation, but it seems not. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back here where we started.
Men, detain all the suspects immediately.
It's a singular suspect.
Wait, Miss Faraday is innocent!
Shut your meddling mouth!
Ooh,
You're becoming
hold on.
something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleaned up as soon as possible. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organizations be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us. And it's bad for me, too. Personally, sorry, it must be my age.
You're not. I like that he has a contrast between fire and water.
That is a
It's
good
like-
point.
I like, cause like you see him have water in his eyes, but the way that he handles fire implies that these are like crocodile tears. So, like,
yup.
because of the contrast of like,
I like the term
Hey.
crocodile tears. It's fun.
it's nice. It's just like I really like the fire aspect of it all, being how he actually reacts to it and messes with it, compare and like showing his true emotions when it's fire, and the water not having much of a presence other than his eyes. Right. Just very good. I love it.
That's good. You're right.
Your unlawful investigation ends here, and it will not be permitted to resume. In case you have forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. Eustace come in and be like, but I like him. What's more, there's a matter of you aiding and abetting the suspect.
I think it's a baiting, but I don't whatever. She's right, of course. As always, you really are godsend, Verity.
Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest. But know this, we have uncovered a new suspect. This person here. Miss Faraday was attacked by this
You can stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, fuck you. The raincoat in the picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim's blood was found on the hood along with the cherry blossom petals.
cherry blossom petals. The ones on the roof.
Yes, they were stuck to the edges of the bloodstain. Probably due to the blood being fresh at the time.
The results came back already, my boy. There's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. How do you guys fucking think, man? How is that logic? What? Yes, the person covered in the victim's blood is the victim. Good job, guys. Good stuff. What? I don't understand. What? Red raincoat, worn by the victim, whose fingerprints and blood were found on the
I
hood.
love this theme.
Jotted down in my organizer. Telling the truth, it's good.
No, this completely undermines our entire case. All our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list.
Miss Faraday, you testified to having encountered a person with a red raincoat up on the roof, correct? Yes, I did. We now know that the person was the murder victim. And you are the only person we know who came in full.
You can't do this quietly. It's really, really quiet.
Okay. And you are the only person we know who came into contact with him.
If you're gonna do it quiet, you just have to make sure you're like up here. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we all know how that encounter went.
See, that sounds so crisp. Anyway.
No, Kay was attacked by that person. She is the victim here, not the aggressor.
She's literally covered in bandages, guys.
As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that she was attacked as you claim.
Hello? Hello?
She fell. We don't
And
know.
who do you think did that? Do you think she was just like, la 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 la, twirling off a building, la 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 la?
We don't know that. They don't know. Well, they're not smart enough to know that, but I'm hoping Eustace has a clutch moment where he like contradicts these guys on accident.
That would be
mind you.
awesome, actually. That would be amazing. Also, go ahead and read the line so I can lose my mind.
Okay. And even if such proof existed, Miss Ringer would. I just realized it's Ringer because
Yeah, I said that before.
leader. I didn't realize that.
It's okay.
Could simply have been acting in self-defense.
Hey guys, look, the lady covered in bandages because she fell off a building and lost her memory. I wonder how she acted in self-defense by nearly killing someone. How do you? It doesn't even make sense because she dies anyway. She's already off the building. Who killed her? I'm gonna lose my mind.
Well, you can't just jump to conclusions like that. Kay is innocent.
But I'm not.
Your dumbass forgot your memory. I don't want to hear it.
Kay!
I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. Just a flash, but I remembered what I saw now, right when it happened. The murder, it was me. I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat. This is such a pretty screenshot. Can I take it? This is so nice. I really like this. She looks so sad. I hate this. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer.
No, you're not. You can't be.
Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me. There was a pool of blood. Why was I just standing there? Why did I do something? I know why. It's because I was the killer.
Hey, yo, can someone go up there and check for some blood, please?
On my way, Mr. Edger.
The court recognizes the legitimacy of the accused's memories.
What? But you said you didn't believe her like 5 minutes ago!
I commend you on your bravery, Miss Faraday. You will not go unrewarded. Praised to be the goddess of justice for her many blessings. As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request that the suspect be... We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kay Faraday this instant.
How dare you take that tone with me?
Finally, the girl boss battle I've been waiting for.
This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand that you give us more time to investigate. You
Dude,
say
him
my
using the word-
investigation is unlawful. What could be more unlawful than this?
Him using the word gross is so cool. I don't know why.
True.
Like, it adds like a new meaning to everything. It's so like, ugh, yuck.
It's a very like dirty word. It's not very posh.
It's not posh of him. Like, he's genuinely snapping, and it's just so cool. Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law.
Indeed you don't, but I do.
And while I can't help but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity.
Speaking of the law, it seems that there is one other we must arrest.
Ah yes, I almost forgot. Miles.
What are you talking about? Mr. Ezra was just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong.
He wasn't doing squat. By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving any kind of official capacity.
He You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation. Worse, you aided the abetted in the flight of a suspect. You are no longer even a ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal, nothing more.
No!
Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there? Concerning your conduct. I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow. Although, I fear I already know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard.
This court is adjourned.
To be continued.
This has been a very eventful episode.
True. This episode, it's juicy.
I've been like, a ton of people are like, oh, this is the best episode. I can understand why.
I can see it. Yeah, no, the stakes are great. The intensity is awesome. It's got some really funny bits. A lot of good like cameos and returning things and characters. It's great. It's a good episode.
I also really like the
Yeah.
what's the word? The writing between people. It's very humane.
Mm-hmm.
And like the subtle choice of words between characters to display their different emotions in such a tense situation is so good. Like Edgeworth using the word gross. Amazing. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by that, but creature.
You know, not just the writers, the localizers did a great job converting the emotions in a good way. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's stream. As you can imagine, I feel like it's a pretty fantastic point to stop for today, yeah?
I suppose so, considering my baby boy is getting arrested.
It happens, you get arrested sometimes. It is what it is. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, as per usual, the like button's right there if you wanted to, subscribe if you guys want some more Friggin' Ace Attorney investigations content. We coming back next week for some more, jumping into episode 4 ladder. I don't know if we'll finish the next stream. It usually never happens, so
holy shit, I know this song. Na, 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 na.
Anyway, I'll be live on Sunday. Same earlier time as last week. I'm busy again on Sunday. But we'll be doing some Splatoony Woony. I know there's a new fest. We'll talk about it on Sunday. I got you covered. And that's about it I got to say for now. You guys have a great day. I got some shit to do. Bye. Oh god, I flicked the freaking controller.
I love Lotta Her. Dag Nabby, I love that goddamn photographer.